Oh, 56 hard in the wall. Looks like we're going to stay green. Oh,
they got a spin.
95 around, 33 hard into the inside wall.
Oh, they're wrecking up front. 93, Ricky Johnson's around, collects the 30, the 59, the 30, I already said the 30. Oh,
They're still wrecking.
Oh my god, the 22 of Jason San Diego, damn it. Oh my word.
Turn 3 and 4.
They fly for turn 3 and 4.
That's 66 now. Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, Joe, who's
3.
here?
I don't know. They're 3 wide through the tri-oval. It's a feld there at the yellow flag. For the lead, the 77 goes to the inside, doesn't have the run there, goes back outside, is going to try to have the momentum through turns 3 and 4, peaks to the inside, it's going to be a drag race down the front straightaways, Calavol's around!
It's going to be at the line, it's so close, Merslack wins it!
Don't think, oh, he got really close, he's going to look to the inside! Oh, they make contact! Oh my god! Joseph Weaver! Live from the Homestead Miami Speedway, JTN proudly presents to you the United States Online Racing League's finale night here, where we're going to crown a champion out of 4 great drivers. Hello everyone, I'm your host JoeTowNetwork. Alongside me tonight, Mr. Tommy Bordeaux. Welcome to the booth again, as always, Tommy.
Yeah, thanks Joe, thanks for having me, and thank you to all the fans out there watching. We should have a thrilling event here tonight from the great state of Florida. 4 drivers looking to make their mark on USORL history and win the Red Bull Cup Series championship tonight.
Well, and someone's going to be a champion after tonight, Tommy. And we got 4 drivers that are obviously well-deserving of winning the ship tonight. Those 4 drivers being Cal Laval, the number 12 car. You have Steven Merslack in the 4, Garrett Sidner in the 16, and Davey Hazard in the 75. It's EcoBoost Racing versus PTR tonight. We had that duality Wednesday night in the Fast Championship race, but I have a feeling tonight it's going to play out a lot differently than Wednesday.
Yeah, it could. I think Homestead compared to Texas, everybody knows they're different tracks, of course, but what's important to note about this track is you can pretty much run wherever you want to, whether that's low groove, high groove, in the middle, right up against the wall. Any place is possible for these drivers to run and be fast. So these 4, I think, are going to be a lot closer all night long, and given the larger field size, we may have more incidents that could bring up more yellows and tighten that field back up again.
Yeah, Tommy, as we're working through happy hour, so glad you're joining us here on JTN. Make sure you're hitting the like button as we get this event underway. We're going to interview, hopefully get through all 4 of our final 4 drivers before the race, get them after the race, so you can kind of see that swing of emotions here on JTN. And Tommy, with that being said, I think we can start bringing in some of these drivers. So why don't you start with our highest qualifier this evening?
I like the Bobby Boo every night.
And that you definitely do.
Oh, are we live?
Oh, you are.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Tommy?
Well, this is Cal Lovell, everybody. You heard him here. He qualified second for Homestead tonight, one of our Final 4 drivers, the highest qualifying Final 4 driver. Cal, welcome to the JTN booth for a quick interview. How are you feeling tonight? How are the nerves?
Hello, Tommy. Well, this is my 5th Final 4 appearance, so I guess the nerves kind of dwindle down as the more appearances you have, but still a little nervous. I mean, we still have Steven, Davey, and Garrett, 3 very good drivers that we're going up against. We have a very fast race car tonight, and hope we can get it done.
Yeah, and we're watching that very fast race car on track, Cal, and It's going to be a good one. What do you think these fans are going to see, you know, especially out of you Final Four, but just out of this Homestead Miami racetrack tonight?
There's a lot of tire wear. They brought a soft tire this week, and I really like that because I like managing tires and doing everything you can to be fast in the long run. So it should play out well tonight.
And Cal, we're going to let you go. Thanks for answering a few questions here. Good luck tonight, and go win that championship if you can for Ford.
Thank you, Joe.
And that was Cal Laval, driver number 12 AAA Ford Mustang for EcoBoost Racing. Tommy, he sounds pretty confident in his car tonight.
Yeah, it sure does, Joe. I know another driver who is also looking for his championship is Steven Merzlak. He qualified third, right behind Cal. Let's bring him in next. Steven Merzlak, PTR driver of the number 4 Toyota Camry. How are you feeling tonight? Welcome to the booth. You think you got a shot at this thing?
Oh, I know I got a shot at this thing. I'm not going to say I'm the favorite, but I think I have one of the best shots to win this championship just with the sheer speed I've had this season. I've had this week at this track. I'm not going down without a fight.
We saw you win at Charlotte just a couple weeks ago, and before that, Richmond, both on JTN. So you're hot right now, but you've got three other competitors out there, all looking for the same result as you, and that, of course, is the championship. What's the team dynamic like between you and Davey? Him being a champion already in this series, and you looking for your first one?
I think no matter what happens, everything relies on getting the team the championship, whether it's me or him. So it's more of an us versus them kind of thing instead of me fighting for myself. Like, obviously, I'm going to go for it, but if Davey wins the championship, that's going to be just as great.
Yeah, and Steven, we know that the fans at home, they're going to be able to check out your live stream down at the bottom of our description. What are they going to be in for tonight watching you wheel that number 4 car?
You're going to hear a lot of thunder outside, and you're going to hear my wheel moving back and forth, and you're going to hear some good music. And you're going to see me win this damn championship.
There you go. I love to hear it.
Well, thank you so much. That sounds like a confident driver right there. That's Steven Merzlak, everybody. Driver of the number 4 Toyota Camry for PTR. Good luck tonight, Steven. Thank you for coming in the booth.
Thank you.
Well, next up, qualifying third out of our 4 Final Four, it's Garrett Sidnor in the number 16. This race is special for him tonight for more reasons than just the championship. Let's bring him in and talk to him about it. And here he is, driver number 16 for EcoBoost Racing. It's Garrett Sidnor. How you feeling, Garrett?
The nervousness is definitely there. I mean, it's been a couple of years since I've been in this Final Four scenario, so we got a lot of work on in this car tonight, but ready to go at it.
Well, Garrett, not only is this a big race for you because it's the championship finale and you have a shot to win the title, but also it is your last race for EcoBoost Racing here at USORL. How does that factor into this race for you?
Definitely a lot of emotions running through tonight. Looking forward to see if I can bring this Ford into victory lane tonight and give them a championship before I go. At EcoBoost, they've done so much for me these last couple seasons, and they put some great cars under me this season in particular. And I'm going to try to finish strong for them.
Yeah, and you talk about finishing strong for your team, but you want to finish strong for yourself. What kind of momentum would bringing home the championship tonight take with you to your new team next season?
Oh, it'd be huge. I mean, definitely haven't set anything in for stone next season, but it would definitely put some high hopes going in the next season, knowing that we can execute and we can pull off those big wins when we need them.
Well, just like everybody's favorite band, Panic at the Disco, high hopes for Garrett tonight in the 16 car in his final race for EcoBoost. He's got a beautiful paint scheme with a bunch of signatures on the hood. Should be very exciting to see you compete out there, Garrett. Best of luck tonight. It is PTR versus EcoBoost, and you are, at least for tonight, still part of that EcoBoost team. Good luck, Garrett.
Thank you very much.
That was Garrett Sidner, driver of the 16 EcoBoost Ford Mustang. He's got signatures all over the hood of all the guys back at the shop, teammates that have made that journey at EcoBoost Racing. a good one for him to this point. And Tommy, it's hard when you end a relationship with a team you've been with for a while.
Always, Joe. There's going to be people, faces that you used to be with for many years. I think in Garrett's case, and now moving on, you're going to have a new environment to get used to. But a driver as talented as Garrett, I think he'll warm up to that new team, whatever it is, just fine.
Well, a guy that isn't, has been in one of these teams for a while is our final entrant out of the Final Four, Tommy. It's your teammate, your friend, Mr. Davey Hazard.
And here he is. Davey Hazard, the 4th out of 4 qualifiers for the Final Four tonight. Didn't set a lap in qualifying, but Davey, we see it often. But talk about coming from the back in these races. What's your approach, especially in a championship format like this?
Well, you got to hope for cautions because you can't. It's going to be really hard to make your way through the field with the way this track is. It's really hard to make passes on the bottom consistently, keep the tires under it. So yeah, biggest thing is just going to be being patient, hoping for maybe a yellow or two here, maybe getting some ground on some pit stops. Looking anywhere for track position early on, and then just maintaining it as the race goes on.
Well, and Davey.
Yeah, Davey. Go ahead, Joe.
I was going to say, we know the importance of teammates and how that can work at these 1.5 miles with this current aero package that USORL runs. What does it mean, though? You got your teammate, the guy that you always rely on. You always rely on each other. Tonight, you're not really teammates. You're battling each other for this championship. When do you flip that switch?
He gets the extra little bit of slack on those other two until about 30 to go. Then it's go time. I gotta think for myself at that point. That's probably my cutoff. I mean, there's certainly some situations where I'm going to be pushing it, and it's really tough. You really just kind of got to call it by ear. But my hard cutoff is lap 30. Then it's about me. It's about myself, and I have to put me ahead of everybody else on the racetrack at that point, I think.
Well, the race name is the Ford EcoBoost 200 at Homestead, but you're in a Toyota along with your teammate Steven Merzlak, like you talked about. You're going up against the Ford powerhouse of EcoBoost Racing with the 16 and the 12 car. Davey, if I had a favorite, I'd have to say it's you. No, not just because you're my best friend, but also for the PTR boys. Best of luck to you tonight, as well as Steven and all of our other Final Four, of course. But it would be cool to see you run out there, get another championship for the PTR stable, and bring another one home for the lads. Make it, I believe, 11.5, or I think 10.5 in the lad chat. But Davey, good luck. Thank you for coming up here, and hopefully you make your way through the field cleanly.
Guys, appreciate it. You guys have a good broadcast up there.
Thank you. We'll be watching eagerly to see what awaits us in this racing event.
Oh, and it's going to be an event, Tommy. An event because it's on the computer. And, well, we both know what it does, what it means to get that championship. But you said it there. You're thinking that Davey's probably going to be the one to pull it off tonight?
Yeah, I think he's so strong just everywhere we run. I think he's definitely going to have to struggle through that initial part of the race, trying to get up through the field. I think passing might be at a premium here, with worn tires being a factor, like you heard Cal talk about at the top of the broadcast. I think what Davey has to do is just do nothing that's different for him. I mean, what he does works. We've seen him win championships before in both the Fast Racing League and USORL. So for him to win this championship, I think it would not surprise me, certainly. But you also got to take a look at Steven Merzlak, his teammate and PTR driver as well. Steven's been extremely quick this season. I mean, extremely quick. Multiple race wins here, especially recently. He's been hot. So look for that 4 car to definitely have a realistic shot at winning this thing, no doubt. And also, you can't count out the 16 of Garrett Sidnor. He's been good, consistently good, sneaky good. We saw him have a lot of pace at Richmond just a few weeks ago. Didn't close that one out, but if he can do it here, it would be the championship win for him. And Cal Lovell looking for his second championship here at USORL in the number 12 Ford Mustang as well. He obviously qualified faster than any other of the Final Four drivers, so he will have the best starting position of those Final Four. If he can continue that, it'll be a championship win for him as well. So 4 very strong drivers. Joe, I got to say, it is a toss-up. I don't know about you, but it could be anybody.
It's a toss-up, and we're going to have to cut away just for a quick second. You're going to see the stream drop. It's going to come right back. We had a game crash earlier on. Want to get that fixed so that way we get all the correct timing and scoring for the fans at home. So give us just 1 second, and we'll get that set up. You're watching JTN, the United States Online Racing League Red Bull Cup Series, Season 6 finale from Homestead. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back with you. All right, we're back with you here. Thank you for sticking with us for just that quick second. Should have everything getting back up to date really quickly here for all you fans at home. And again, really excited for tonight's race. Tommy, why don't you start taking them through tonight's starting lineup?
Good thing, Joe, and what a strong lineup it is. Well, on the pole, we saw it last week at Dover. It's the number 39 car, Noah Joyce, back-to-back poles for that team. Strong start for them here at Homestead. Hopefully a strong finish as well. Lining up next to him on the outside is going to be the 12 car of Cal Lovell, our first of the final 4 drivers, clocking in with a time just 5/100ths of a second slower than Noah Joyce. Very tight up front in the front row. In row 2, we have the 4 car of Stephen Merzlak, our second of 4 final 4 competitors. And to his outside, the 41 car, Michael Murata, another strong starting position for him in that 41 team. Hopefully they can finish well and in one piece here tonight. In row 3, we have the 1 car of Zach Kostowski with John Peterson to the outside of him in the 33 Pop Secret Machine. Row 4 has the 29 of Chris Pickett, and on the outside of him, the 16 of Garrett Sidnor, who is their third of 4 final 4 competitors. In row 5, we have the 24 of Darren Ingram II and the 18 car of Ray Tustin. Row number 6 has the 99 of Jesse Dalton and the 38 car of Jeff Dixon II. Behind them, it's the 17 of Jake Oakley and Cam Barnes in the 20 car, followed by Huang Do in the 43, and our fourth of 4 championship competitors, Davey Hazard, qualifying 16th. And bringing up the final row tonight in 17th is Jack Healy in the 77 car, and the 51 of Matthew Steelman rounds out the field.
Okay, so green flag waves. We're racing here at Homestead.
Well, already, Joe, we got a lot of cars fanning out behind them.
It looked like someone in the mid-pack had a lot of trouble there, falling back. You see them all different lines throughout the corner. A lot of guys, though, hugging the top, and already some guys into the wall off of turn 2.
Yeah, already Chris Pickett looks like he's off pace, and that 29 car is falling way back from the field. Just a bad start right now for that Syntax machine. But up front, it's Cal Lovell in the lead. Took it away from Noah Joyce on the start.
Yeah, and right behind Noah Joyce in third, another one of our championship 4, Stephen Merzlak, and then I believe directly behind him, that's Garrett Sidner in that 16.
And they have Noah Joyce spinning out.
Oh no!
A little bit of contact there with Merzlak. We'll see if it's a restart. Looks like we have cars 3, 4 wide even going into 3. So far we stay green.
Are we still green? How are we
It
still
looks
green?
like like we're still green. I was going to say, wow, we saw Noah Joyce lose some spots and then lose his car. But hey, take a look at that 16 car, Garrett Sidnor. Big gains for the start for him.
Yeah, already up to second, following his EcoBoost Racing teammate.
And right now it's 1, 2, 3 championship competitors, but Davey Hazard right there climbing his way up into the top 10 after a deep start, trying to make his way through the field, which is now quite spread out, Joe, and it's only lap number 4.
Yeah, and Davey's running this beautiful throwback paint scheme to Jimmy Johnson. His Lowe's car from, I believe, what was that, Tommy? That was that wasn't the last championship car, was it?
I believe it was, actually,
yes,
2016.
Yes, it was. Yep, that's his 2016 championship car. Davey's favorite driver, Jimmy Johnson, so...
Oh,
no!
John Peterson. 2 cars involved. That should bring out the yellow.
Oh, and Darren Ingram barely avoids those barrels there on pit road.
And we're going to have a restart. Yep, we're going to have a race restart after
boy.
that incident. Remember, USORL, if we have a caution within 5 laps, it is a race restart. Well, I'll tell you someone that's going to be really excited for that is Stephen Merzlak, who lost a bunch of spots, as well as Noah Joyce, who spun.
Oh, he's going to be absolutely loving it, Tommy. And now you know what you have for when this race begins again. You know what you have. You know what these guys around you are going to do in the draft. A guy that has to hate it, though, is Davey Hazard in that 75, who made a bunch of moves to get up towards the front of the field.
Yeah, he made a bunch of moves, Joe, and same with Garrett Sidnor. Those guys a little bit deeper than our front row here, front 2 rows, I should say, of Cal Lovell and Stephen Merzlak up there. So they're going to have to do the same thing again. Now, like you said, they know what they got, and they know they're fast, so maybe a little bit of extra confidence there, although a restart wasn't exactly what they were looking to see.
No, and definitely not. So Noah Joyce gets another crack at it here on the front row with Cal Laval, the outside. Steven Merzlak, Mikey Murata, row 2. Zach Krastowski and John Peterson, row 3.
Yeah, John Peterson involved in that race restarting yellow, so he, of course, getting a fresh car. He'll definitely appreciate that in a Pop Secret machine. Well, here we go, Joe, through turn 4. It's the same lineup as we had last time, so nothing new there. The pace car takes the hard left turn down pit road. Noah Joyce will lead them to green here in the final race of the USORL Red Bull Cup Series season. Green flag waves here at Homestead, Miami.
And again, Cal gets a great jump on the outside. He's going to have that preferred lane going down here into turns 1 and 2. You can really keep the momentum up on that outside lane here early on in this race.
We saw him make the move for the lead on the initial start. He does it right here again. And Steven Merzlak, following behind him, slides into second place.
Yeah, don't look now. Zach Krastowski to the inside of Mikey Murata. He'll take that 4th position away.
Yeah, Michael had a decent start last time, but right now looks like he's sliding back just a little bit. Didn't get quite the start he wanted to, even though he qualified super well. Hey, don't look now, but Garrett Sidnor up to 5th.
And there you see him in that 16 car. John Peterson challenging him for that position, but Peterson backs off there. Kind of jumbles up that outside line. Mikey Murata all over the back bumper of that 33 machine.
Yeah, check out that 20 car down below. Hey, that's Cam Barnes in the TWB machine tonight. Trying to make that move around him. He's going to get Peterson coming out of 4.
Hey, where have we seen that TWB logo before?
Much everywhere, and we'll see it 10 laps to go, certainly tonight.
Oh, and you'll see it at that top left of your screen. So move Cam Barnes up out of this mess, but still 3 wide. Peterson to the outside. Darren Ingram in the middle and Mikey Murata on the bottom. Mikey backs
and Murata definitely sliding back a little bit here. Not the start they wanted, but it is a long race, as you can see in our lap counter in the top left. 134 laps around this 1.5-mile racetrack, so plenty of time, plenty of time. Of course, the big focus tonight is on our Championship 4, which 3 of them now in the top 3. Davey Hazard made his way up to 11th so far, but not as quick of progress as he had on the last restart.
And there you see him once again in that 75. Beautiful machine there, but he's kind of stuck behind all this traffic. What do you do when the guys in front of you, they're 3 wide?
It's
not
what he wants to see.
Peterson around! Oh, Davey!
Just missed him.
Oh my goodness. That's going to be a yellow, I assume.
And go involved as well. Just got a little bit. Car slowing down, indeed. Our first yellow flag tonight. Almost involved one of our chase contenders, Davey Hazard.
Playoff contenders.
Playoff contenders. Thank you, Joe.
Tommy.
That'll be a quarter in the jar every time for me tonight. And by the end of this thing, you're going to be a millionaire.
Oh, I hope so. We'll go on board on the roof of the Martini machine, going down into turns 1 and going down the back stretch. You see, Mikey Murata, I don't think he put Peterson in the wall, Tommy, but he definitely didn't give him a lot of room to get off the wall.
It was really close entering that corner 3 wide like that. I mean, Michael maybe could have moved down a little bit, but Ray Tustin wasn't like right on the bottom, so there wasn't exactly all the room for Mikey to move low, and just things, product of tight racing early on. You're going to have a lot of these guys trying to run different lines, and well, that time it just didn't quite work out.
And there you see Huang Do, nowhere to go, locks him up, gets a little bit of damage there though, so he should be okay to continue on in this race in that 43 machine, but tough break early for Peterson in the 33 Pop Secret machine.
Yeah, we saw him involved in the first accident that caused a restart of this race, and now in the initial yellow flag here as well tonight, so that Pop Secret machine, like you said, Joe, not the best start here tonight.
Yeah, and right now, everyone coming down pit road except 29 of Chris Pickett. You see all of our playoff contenders, everyone wanting to come get fresh rubber. You heard, I believe it was Cal, talk about how Goodyear brought a soft tire tonight and how you'd want those fresh tires as often as possible, but a guy that we've seen all season willing to take a risk. Darren Ingram's going to win the race off pit road on that 2-tire call.
Yeah, no surprise there. Darren Ingram, 2 tires. He's going to make his way up to second place. Chris Pickett staying out like he usually does once a race, just to lead a lap, get that 29 car some airtime. But on pit road, Joe, Steven Merzlak also picking up spots. He's the first of our Championship 4 out, followed by Cal Laval and Garrett Sidnor in the 16.
And since he's trying to get that TV time, there's that 29 Cintas Ford Mustang of Pickett. leading some laps here under yellow at Homestead. Assuming he's going to be coming down pit road here, though. So that's going to surrender the lead to Darren Ingram in that 24.
Yeah, many times we've seen Ingram pull that pit strategy here. It's early yet, so you have some time to play around with it, and certainly him, like we mentioned, no stranger to a strategy like this. We'll have to see how it plays out for him. It'll also be interesting to see if anyone else tries to do that later in the race. Perhaps maybe one of these Championship 4 can learn something from that two-tire strategy.
Yeah, and we see everyone tuning in the chat. Trey Coleman, before the broadcast even started, not going to read the first part because I think that might be a jinx if I do, but he's rooting for Steve Merzlak in that number 4 machine. Christopher Wheel writes in, "Get him, Steven. I love you. You got this." You have Lee Weaver, I wonder who that is, writing in, "Let's go, Davey, and let's get this bread." McGillicudder, I just got hella anxious. P Hazard Fam, I wonder who they're rooting for, Tommy. And the California Poppy writes in, "Major rubbing is racing at the start, enjoying the broadcast from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan." I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder, Joe, but hey, nice to see you out there, Mr. California Poppy, and you're in a beautiful spot, I'll tell you that. Not too far away from the JTN studios.
Oh, he's far away from the JTN studios.
Well, not compared to me.
Well, you know. One of the wonderful things of all this quarantine, we get to do all these remote broadcasts. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on JTN. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot to us. And as we're on the road to 250 at 210 subscribers going into tonight, let's get that number up a couple if we can. Invisible pace car makes the hard left turn down pit road. Darren Ingram with control of the 3-start on the high side. He's got Steve Merzlak to his inside. Cal Laval and Garrett Sidner make up row 2, so there's all those championship drivers. Hits the gas, get there fast. Green flags back out at Homestead. Ingram with a huge jump. That's going to allow the 4 and the 12 to slide up into that outside line if they want it.
Yeah, Ingram with a good jump, but Garrett Sidner not quite. A little bit slow to the gas, and it looks like that's going to allow Davey Hazard even to get underneath the 16. Hazard right now, remember, at the start of the broadcast, he was starting pretty deep in the field. Did not set a qualifying time. He was out of the top 15, so that 75 car trending in the right direction. He's found himself up in the top 5, trying to make a move up to the front.
Yes, Cal makes a big move to the bottom, takes the lead from Ingram. Ingram looking to struggle. Car must be getting tight already on those 2 tires. Move Davey Hazard to second as well.
Yeah, and you better believe all these championship drivers going to take note of that. Didn't look like the 24 car. Even though he got that track position, he's struggling a little bit. Definitely doesn't have the pace as the other guys who took 4 tires. And right now, Joe, we have a situation where all of our championship 4 are in the top 5.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens here. The cream always rises to the top, and there you see Merzlak making a move to the inside of Ingram. Ingram getting really close to that wall. Sidner also clears him off of turn 4.
Make that the top 4 running order, all vying for this championship here in the USORL Red Bull Cup Series. Cal Laval leads him down into turn 1 with Davey Hazard behind him, his PTR teammate Steven Merzlak in 3rd, and Garrett Sidner right now in the 16. His final race with EcoBoost Racing in 4th position.
Yeah, and you see kind of everyone now starting to get stuck behind this 24 Darren Ingram. Cam Barnes, big move to the inside of the 77 and the 1 car going down to 3 and 4. Don't know. Oh, I don't know if he's going to make it stick. He got really loose off the corner.
It's going to be tough. I think the preferred line, and we see this in real life too, Joe, when the Cup cars go to Homestead, that outside line right up against that wall, we're seeing these top 4 all use that same line, and certainly it seems to be pretty quick. They're up at the front, while that bottom side right now not working too well for Cam Barnes, although it seems like he's going to get around Darren Ingram if he can make that move into 3, but slides back in behind him.
As right now, Cal Laval with a well, not really a commanding lead, Tommy, but a pretty decent-sized lead by USORL standards. 3 or 4 car lengths here over Davey Hazard, with Hazard's teammate Steven Merzlak right behind him in 3rd.
Yeah, and in 5th, hey, it's that TWB car on the hood. That's Cam Barnes right now. Look, he's out of this championship hunt, but I know he would want to win here. I was talking to him earlier today. He wasn't too confident about his setup here tonight, but if he could get a good finish or perhaps a win, I'm sure that 20 car would be really happy with that and bring some momentum for them into next season. But right now, it is Cal Laval at the head of the field with Davey Hazard trying to chase him down in the 75 behind him.
And Cam Barnes always does a good job with this 20 team. They switched to Ford last week in anticipation of next season, Tommy, and that move looks like it's not going to slow them down.
Well, he pretty much dominated Dover last week, and I know he wanted to be in this Final Four fight, certainly with a win there, but unfortunately, things did not play out that way for the 20 team, and so they're having to settle for trying to get 5th place in the championship.
There you go. He got all the way past Sidner there through turns 3 and 4, so move the 20 car up into this middle position between these playoff contenders as he goes to the bottom again. Oh, no, he's around! Oh, they're wrecking in front of him. I can't tell what car that is because it's the 77 car around. They're going to bring out a yellow.
And that indeed should bring out a yellow flag here.
Did it?
It looks like it's staying green.
Staying green
We are staying green here at Homestead, so that incident there didn't involve any contact of cars. Everyone just spinning, single spin, so we stay green.
That secondary did, but we'll get you a replay of that incident here.
And through that mess, it looks like Jeff Dixon in the 38 car lost 125 positions.
Well, Dixon was the one that got into the back of the 77, Tommy. Not on purpose, of course. Here you see the replay of the 38. That 20 car is going to go around in front of him. 77 gets loose. 38 hits him a little bit, then gets up into the wall. So that's what happened to Jeff Dixon there.
Yeah, very interesting to see what would happen if that 20 car was still up there. He looked like he was fast, but sometimes, you can be too loose, and as the saying goes, loose is fast. Well, that 20 car might have been just too loose and lost it in turn 1. So that brings our top 4 back to being our final 4, and right now it's still Cal Lovell in the lead. But Davey Hazard has closed that gap. It's close now, Joe.
Yeah, he was all over the back bumper the last time down the back straightaway in his 75 machine, hounding the 12 of Cal Lovell for the lead here at Homestead, as we're still under 20 laps complete so far.
That's still a long way to go. 134 laps scheduled for tonight. Overtime if necessary. And we've seen championship races go to overtime before in NASCAR, possibly tonight. We could, especially with that 2016 scheme that Davey has on. So we might be in store for another one of those tonight. No Carl Edwards in the field or Joey Logano, just so everyone's clear.
Well, my oof was about the night before where we saw Eric Jones get stuck behind Cole Witt, staying out on old tires at the end of the race, Tommy. And I guess that wasn't an overtime finish, but we know that these cars that aren't running for the championship, eventually tonight they're going to play a big role in who ends up winning this championship.
Yeah, it could, and you can get an ill-timed yellow that could cost you the race.
Sidner in the wall. Sorry, Tommy.
No, you're good. Sidner in the wall, and at the same time, Davey Hazard did a little wiggle, and his teammate, Steven Merzlak, going to go by.
I wonder if Davey might have put too much heat in the tires there, trying to get past that 12 car. We saw, 2 or 3 laps ago, he was able to make some really big gains down the back straightaway off of turn 2 to close up on 12, but could he have heated up his tires a little too much and maybe backed off to cool him down a bit?
Possibly. We've seen it happen before. I was actually doing that at a race not too long ago. I think it was earlier this week, possibly. I was kind of letting off to cool down the tires, and that's a possible strategy for that 75 car. Hey, speaking of tires, Joe, we have one car out of the race already. It's Jack Healy in the 77. Reason for retirement, one I haven't seen in a long time, puncture.
Oh.
So 77 car out of this race.
Oh, and right now, someone that's struggling out of our championship for the 16 of Garrett Sidner. He's gotten into the wall a couple times down here in turns 3 and 4. Had a big moment off of turn 2 with Darren Ingram in that 24 machine.
Yeah, going the wrong direction a little bit, but he is still in 4th place, just losing a bit of time to these top 3 right now, who are so close together, with Steven Merzlak following right behind Cal Lovell.
Well, and here comes Jeff Dixon. I remember I was talking with Dave here earlier in the week, and he really believed that if anyone was going to play spoiler tonight, it was going to be this 38 machine of Dixon.
Yeah, Jeff Dixon, so fast. If he can finish a race, he finishes it usually up front. To open the playoffs, he won the first 2 races at Las Vegas, including at Las Vegas, the first one of the playoffs themselves. So 38 car, very fast, not competing for a championship, but he would love to get a race win here today.
Yeah, and he just moved up to 4th, passing the struggling 16 car Sidner, and now he's into the wall a little bit through turns 1 and 2.
Looks like these guys able to bounce off of the wall a little bit and not suffer too much time loss, but you don't want to get too much of that Homestead stripe, which has become infamous in the recent years of that top lane running. Looks like the 75 just a lane down from the 2 in front of him, trying to make that work.
He gets back in line. We also saw the 43 of Huang Do trying to make a pass on Sidner there. They were getting really close, but as we look to this battle for second, oh, Hazard really loose there. Oh boy.
He was right on the bumper of his teammate Steven Merzlak, but getting loose there out of 2. That's going to allow Jeff Dixon to move side by side. We'll see if Dixon can clear into 3, and he does. Looks like Davey Hazard. We talked about him, earlier in the broadcast when he was in his interview with us. He said, really until 30 to go is when I'm going to make my move. So he's calmed down right now. Huang Do moves by him, and right now it's just 2 cars up front in our championship 4. It's the 12 of Kyle Laval and the 4 of Steven Merzlak.
And you see the stats on your screen for Davey. 4 wins on the season, 11 top 5s and 15 top 10s, but he does have the worst average finish out of all these drivers, Tommy, and moving the wrong direction right now, but we know that 75 car is fast.
He'll be fast. I don't think he's worried about any average finish here. Really, all that matters is being the front 4. And I got to say right now, it appears that if you're going to be the champion, you're going to have to win this race, because right now, Kyle Lovell, he's pretty much led every single lap.
Well, I don't know about that, Tommy, because this 38 car, Jeff Dixon, again, big move to the inside, makes the pass on our top 2, and Cam Barnes making it 3 wide. Not even in the battle for 4th, but he makes it 3 wide on the 2 guys battling for that position.
Mr. Where did he come from? Suffered some loose race car conditions in turn 1 that caused him to lose a lot of ground, but look at this! He's about to move his way up to 2nd if he can. And he does!
Is he moving up to 2nd? Because he had the damage to the back end and he came down pit road.
My mistake, Joe. Yeah, that is the 20 car 3 laps down, trying to get a lap back on fresh tires. Well, you can see the difference that fresh tires can make, certainly. That
Even
20
just
car.
a couple laps. Sorry.
Yeah, getting his lap back here, trying to move up through the field once again. But yes, he is laps down. So Jeff Dixon in the lead, Kyle Lovell in 2nd.
You got really excited there.
Exciting.
It made me smile. This track is really exciting. We've seen these guys be able to use all the lanes from the bottom to the top. That top line, obviously the preferred groove, because you just keep the momentum up and you can keep it probably close to full throttle here. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, hey, take a look at one of these. We've had a lot of comers and goers in this race. Someone that's going back up to the front, that's Darren Ingram right now, running in the top 5, but he's on 2 tires, but he's been able to make his way back up there, Joe, after starting and moving back a couple positions.
Have the tires maybe equaled out a little bit since our restart here for him, so maybe having those older left side tires isn't as much of a detriment?
Yeah, possibly. The rights are definitely the ones that wear the most, especially at this track, so possibly not too much of a disadvantage, although 28 laps into this event right here, I know he wants fresh rubber, as probably does everybody.
Oh, definitely, especially when they saw that 20 car just rocket through the running order here. Passing cars like they were sitting still.
Absolutely, and Davey Hazard, who right now he's running in 4th position, trying to make a move on Steven Merzlak for 3rd. His last lap by was, ooh boy, almost 2 seconds slower than his best lap of the race, so definitely quite a bit of fall off for these guys.
Yeah, as we saw Davey, he makes the pass through turns 1 and 2 here. From this camera angle, you can just see all the different grooves through this corner. Big moment for the 41 car off the corner, but moved Davey Hazard to the 3rd position and 2nd in our championship 4.
Yeah, but right now it's still Kyle Laval in 2nd place in the race, but 1st in the championship.
Oh, Davey!
Hazard loose again!
Davey, no! Oh, he
out in front of the field.
Oh, how did he save that?
Incredible. Gets the ship righted.
Is that going to be a caution?
We have no yellow yet.
Seems like everyone's slowing. Looks like we have a yellow.
Yep, okay, yellow is out. Whew, it's hard to know, but wow, that was a scary moment for the 75 team and anybody watching him at home. That could have been the end of his night easily.
Well, my heart stopped there for a second for that whole 75 crew, and I'm assuming pits gonna be open this time, Tommy.
Looks like Joe. We'll have these guys come down pit road. I know we just talked about it. They sure want that fresh rubber. I don't think anybody's going to be taking 2 tires except for maybe Cam Barnes, although he will be the lucky dog, so no point in doing that.
Well, inside drafting productions writes in, Tommy, and I think you're going to agree with this, that could be the championship-saving move right there.
Yeah, certainly you never plan on spinning out, but if you can save the car like he did, Davey Hazard, certainly giving himself a shot to still keep in championship contention.
It looked like he might have made just a little bit of contact with the right rear quarter panel, but a big save after being around right in front of the field. That's got to be a terrifying moment here, as you're still under 30. You're still over 100 laps to go in this race.
It's still plenty of time left. So an early incident's not what you need, and certainly that 75 car could have been a lot worse. Even a little bit of grazing of the wall, not going to affect that car too much.
As we're watching pit stops down here on pit road, everyone getting 4 tires after that long green flag run. It's a good reset. Looks like Huang Do and Darren Ingram are going to... Oh, nope, give it to Cal Laval off pit road. But Huang Do moves up to 2nd, Darren Ingram 3rd. Davey Hazard up to 4th with Jeff Dixon 5th.
Yeah, Jeff Dixon losing quite a bit of spots on that pit lane entry right there. He's back from 1st into 5th, although that 38 car, we saw him be really quick on the long run. So if we run green for a long period of time, I wouldn't be too surprised if he makes those spots up.
Oh, and he definitely can. We saw that 38 just... I don't know if maybe he saved his tires a little bit better than everybody, but he definitely knew what he was doing on that long green flag run.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Cal Lovell right now, the story's been him leading this championship before. Nobody's really challenged him at all. We've had cars get close. We've had Davey Hazard and Steven Merzlak be on his bumper, but nobody able to take that lead. Of course, Joe, that's one thing to lead the championship for at lap 30. It's another to lead it at lap 134.
Yeah, as we watch the replay, Hazard, looks like Merzlak might have made a little contact with that left rear quarter panel that completely sent the 75 around, but big moment for the 75 car, and Davey did a great job at keeping it off of the walls for the most part.
And also a good job by the guys behind him slowing down, not getting themselves involved in the wreck as well. You would hate to see a non-playoff driver affect this race, but of course, yeah, that is racing as it is, but a 75 car keeping himself in this hunt still. And some team radio from the 75 car. Big time adjustments have been made. Yeehaw from the 75 camp. Looks like they didn't like how that car was handling, no doubt. So taking some big swings here, trying to make it handle correctly.
And we get in the chat a request to see the onboard with the force. We're going to try to get that to you real quick here. Here it is. Just did a really good job of not completely sending 75 and running him over, but obviously a tough break for everyone involved.
At the very least, doesn't look like anyone's too hurt by this wreck. Certainly not physically, but maybe emotionally. A little scary moment that keeps you in check. Hey, Cam Barnes was the lucky dog last time by, like we mentioned, so he is now just 1 lap down.
Well, he's going to have to pit, though, sooner than these guys, so he's going to hope for that this binding the field back up brings out another yellow. Reset in here. Cal Laval, Huang Do on your front row. Darren Ingram, Davey Hazard, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Jeff Dixon and Steve Merzlak. Cal has the control of the restart. Gets a good jump, but that 43 car, oh, Tommy, he looked like he was going to get that momentum going, but Davey Hazard pushing his Championship 4 rival out to the lead.
Yeah, and check that out. Davey now taking the high side while Cal swooped down low in front of the 43 car, but Cal just so strong, he's going to take the lead handily out of 2. Oh, Merzlak in the wall.
That's not good for that 4 team. He's going to lose a lot of momentum, so your top 3 break away right now, the battle for 4th. 24 and 4 battling for that position with 6th place Zach Kristowski also coming into the picture.
We haven't seen Zach
Darren.
too much.
Ooh, Darren like barely cleared the 4 of Merzlak there, and Steven dives back to the inside.
Yeah, really close. Not what the 4 car wanted, but looks like he's clear of him now. He's trying to work on his championship rival and teammate Davey Hazard for that 3rd spot, but of course, it's all just second fiddle to Cal Lovell in the lead, who's pulling away nicely from the 43 car of Huang Do.
Oh, he's definitely doing that. Looks like he had a little moment there through turns 3 and 4. Got a little loose through the center of the corner, Tommy. What can the driver do to kind of correct that behind the wheel?
Well, there's a couple of things you can do. Certainly, the one thing you don't want to do is maybe gas it up too much or just let go of the gas altogether. You want to just kind of throttle that car, get that steering wheel back and forth to where it needs to be to balance that thing out and head straight. You can also get a little bit of braking going on here in our 2003 to help that thing stay straight. And I think a number of those things, the right combo will save a car.
Looked like he made a big save there, but Huang Do starting to close the gap, running him down for that lead position. But then Davey Hazard, little wiggle there going down in turns 1 and 2, running third. Steve Merzlak fourth. We see John Peterson coming off the pit road. Darren Ingram rounding out your top 5 with Garrett Sidner in 6th.
Yeah, we know how important tires are at this track, so that 12 car, hopefully he didn't scuff them too much, and he can hold on just fine. Won't go to the inside. He's reaching the way down low line.
I don't know if he's going to be able to have enough to clear him. He barely does, but oh, Cal makes a big move to the inside with all that momentum from the top. He rockets back into the lead down into turns 1 and 2.
Not much room there between the 42 and 12, but they kept it clean. The 12 able to use that momentum on the outside line and hold the lead and go back down low on the 43 and clear him in 1 and 2. So it's still the 12 and 43 up front. Davey Hazard in 3rd. Stephen Merzlak 4th, and our 4th championship competitor, Garrett Sidnor, right now in 6th.
Garrett's had a really good year here, now getting challenged from Steelman or for a quick second there. Sometimes through these corners, Tommy, it makes me want to tell these fans at home that we got some great side-by-side racing action, which we do, of course. But sometimes these cameras can be a little deceptive here as we're watching the monitors back in the JTN studio.
Well, it certainly looks entertaining, Joe, and I'm sure behind the wheel these guys are having a blast as well, especially if you're Cal Lovell, who's been leading almost this whole way.
Yes, Huang Do makes another big move to the inside, got clear of Cal by a long shot that time. Move Huang Do to the lead here. Cal Lovell still the lead in the championship 4.
Well, Huang Do, it's been a while since he's won a race here at USORL in the Cup Series, but he's won quite a few this season. The 43 car now up front. Let's see what he can do for the lead of this race.
I was going to say, Tommy, the fans at home, and you see those rookie stripes on the back. How often does a rookie really come into USRL and win races in that initial season?
Technically, Joe, if we're going by technical rookies, I won the ARCA Championship as a rookie, so
well,
I don't know. It
Series.
happens.
In the Cup Series, Tommy, come on.
The
Come
Cup
on.
Series can be tough, for sure.
Throw
definitely.
me a bone.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, everyone who we have in the Final Four aren't rookies. I mean, they're experienced veterans, not only at USRL, but also of sim racing in general. So, yeah, it can be very difficult, but that 43 car looking good right now.
Yeah, that Crunchyroll machine for Mr. Doe, and posted a really cool video that we were going to try to show you guys at the top of the broadcast, highlighting these Championship 4 and all their different wins throughout the season, but unfortunately, well, we couldn't get it done here due to some YouTube copyright issues. But Huang Do, your leader here, and you can check that out if you join USRL and the Discord. Trey Coleman writes in, William Page and Davey Hazard won as rookies. Won the title, so Tommy, I guess the chat needs to, I don't want to tell the chat to be quiet, but they're proving us wrong once again tonight.
Well, hey, check it out though. Anyway, sometimes you get a rookie class that's just sensational. I mean, you can have guys like your Jeff Gordons out there just setting the world on fire immediately. So yeah, it could happen. But even though they may be USORL rookies, certainly no rookies to sim racing in general.
Well, you know, as right now, we're single file throughout the field with the first battle being between the 41 of Mikey Murata and the 16 of Garrett Sidner for the 6th position. Mikey running a 7-time champion paint scheme that kind of takes some inspiration from the one that Jimmy Johnson's running in a few weeks at Darlington, but really I think does a better job of that whole 7-time theme, of course, without the constraint of having both sides of the car being the same.
Yeah, as the car says in real life, do it right. Well, I think Michael Murata did. Unfortunately, it may not comply to NASCAR rules, but well, it looks good here at USRL rules, that's for sure.
You see the Richard Petty right side, the Dale Earnhardt middle, and straight down the center, Jimmy Johnson. So a great fitting tribute theme to all of those 7-time champions in NASCAR. And Mikey doing a great job trying to get up into the 5th position, challenging Darren Ingram for that.
A cool one, though, to see that 41 car Michael Murata win a championship and, hey, win 6 more. To live in the timeline where Michael Murata is a 7-time Cup Series championship, I want to live in that timeline, Joe. I don't know about you, but that would be awesome. Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Well, and Mikey was part of the Fast Championship Wednesday night, his first Final Four in Fast. I know you've been in a couple Final Fours before Wednesday night, and with being in it Wednesday night, you got a fresh set of ideas and a fresh perspective on it. When we talk about a Final Four and racing with a teammate in the Final Four, what would be your biggest advice to our sets of teammates in our Final Four. Can I say Final Four one more time?
Think about what you want out of this championship. Do you want it for yourself, or is it more important that, okay, if you don't win it, it better at least be my teammate? So use that to be smart when you're driving. Make sure you don't involve your teammate in anything, because even if you may be damaged and off pace and not eligible to win the title, if the goal is to get your teammate in victory lane, well, you don't want to have taken him out as well.
Of course, but come on, Tommy, you wanna win the race. You wanna win the championship.
Well, absolutely. I'm not doubting that. But certainly, with this team battle, PTR versus a Ford team, we've seen it now twice this week.
I'm
there's some pride on the line.
I'm pretty sure we're both a little biased. We probably equal out, but I want to see those Fords win. As it's getting in Cal into the wall off of 4. Move Davey Hazard to second, and your championship leader. We should have been a little more excited for that, Tommy.
Kyle was struggling entering turn 3 that last time by the 75, making a move to the inside. He got it done. Let's see if the 75 can clear him off of 2 this time. Ooh, that 12 car hanging tough on the inside line.
Yeah, side by side here, but Cal moves back in line wisely. Davey goes down a little bit to block the momentum of the 12 car, but Steve Merzlak looks a little bit half car width to the outside of the 12, and Davey Hazard starting to close in on this lead of Huang Do.
Well, this is the first time all night that somebody other than Cal has been in the championship winning position, so let's see what the 75 car can do. He has been tracking down Huang just a little bit here. We heard after last caution where the 75 spun, they made some big adjustments, and yeehaw, that 75 certainly has made the difference there to get himself in this championship lead.
Big moment for that 38 car off of turn 2, or at least it looked like a big moment, but Cal really starting to fade here in this 12 car. And he made it might be a silly question, Tommy, because there's no such thing as a stupid question, but there can be silly questions. Merzlak now looking to the inside for third. Looks like Cal's going to get way high, and Merzlak's going to move into that position, and Jeff Dixon also moves by, with Darren Ingram now challenging for 5th, but Cal definitely, probably, if that makes sense, Tommy, used up his tires a little too much on this run.
He's certainly on the wrong foot, Joe, and that's a little bit worrying, especially because that 12 car looked so strong earlier. I don't know, sometimes what can happen if your car's too perfect, you don't make any adjustments on the pit stop, and then other guys who are maybe working on their car to make it better, such as the 75 of Davey Hazard, then get the advantage because they're making their car better and better while you are just kind of staying static. So that 12 car, whether or not it was a setup thing or maybe just driving a little bit too hard, struggling here.
And
we have a caution. Yep.
Oof. And it looks like it's going to involve the 29, the 39, the 20 all slow on the front straightaway. We'll get you a replay.
As this replay is coming out, Joe, I'm going to take a quick trip down pit road, talk to a few drivers who are out of the race currently, and hear their thoughts on the race. So I'll be back in a few minutes with them.
All right, and there you see Chris Pickett getting loose. Cam Barnes also getting loose, makes contact with the front end of the 29 machine, and that's a tough break there for them. See what happens with Noah Joyce coming into this. Oh, he sees the wreck, goes low. Okay, so no contact for the 39 except for that early contact with that right side damage. So as we rack them for pit stops here. Oh boy, pit stops coming up here. Caution flag pit stops, of course. Those can be a little boring for us here at JTN, but they allow us to kind of reset this field and go through it. Huang Do, your leader. Davey Hazard, second. Steven Merzlak, Jeff Dixon, Darren Ingram. Mikey Murata in the 41 car. Cal Laval's quickly sliding back in his 12. Zach Krastowski in the Nickelodeon number 1. Oakley in the 17 Caterpillar Chevy. Steelman. There you see him again in the 51. I think he might be a lap down, though. Sidner in the 16, Ray Tustin in the 18, 99 of Dalton, 39 of Noah Joyce, 29 and the 20. So get you ready for pit stops here as the cars are rolling through turns 3 and 4. Again, manual yellows, so there's no pace car on the track, so we like to say it's an invisible pace car here. So quick you can't see it. Field's going to be coming down pit road here. Huang Do leading everyone down as we work lap 51. Hazard into his box. Huang's going to go into his box. Merzlak. It's going to be interesting to see, too, for everyone at home, what adjustments that 12 car makes. I mean, he has a very good pit stall. He's got the second best pit stall on the track. Be interesting to see if he can use that to his advantage here. He's gained spots on pit road throughout the night. But there's definitely some big adjustments coming for the AAA machine of Cal Laval, as Huang Do already done with his pit stop. Some shuffling through the cameras here. It looks like Huang Do is going to win the race off pit road. Merzlak gets out second. Darren Ingram, Jeff Dixon, Davey Hazard, Cal Laval, Zach Krastowski, Mikey Murata, Oakley in the 17, 16 of Garrett Sidner, Ray Tustin, now off of pit road. So, bunch of guys, everyone coming down to get some 4 fresh tires here. So Huang Do is going to lead him back to the green. He'll most likely take the outside line here, that being the preferred way around this track. Again, thank you to everyone tuning in here on JTN. So glad you are joining us. We see the viewers going up throughout the night. Make sure you're sharing the link to the live stream with all your friends. It's going to be a fun one as we're closing in on halfway here at Homestead Miami to crown a champion in the USORL Red Bull Cup Series. Actually, to my surprise, looks like Huang Do is going to take the inside here. We'll be going green next time by as the field gets all ready to reset. He might take the outside still, so he's still got a little bit to choose to make that decision. You saw on the back straightaway the choose line. The United States Online Racing League announcing that they're going to have a choose rule in the next season. You see them down there on the paint. I don't know if I'd want that all over my tires right now, but they're going to have a choose rule next season. So if you want to join the USORL Cup Series or the Boost Mobile Light Series, the Dash Series, make sure you're checking out their SMS page in the description below to sign up. It's a fun league. You can watch all of our coverage of the remainder of the playoffs, and we'll have a special announcement at the end of towards the end of our broadcast about some plans for next season with us here at JTN. So it'll be interesting to talk about that with you, the fans. You can start penciling in some dates. I know a lot of people are going to be without college football this fall, so maybe you want to, instead of watching a little late night Pac-12, you watch a little late night JTN. But that's about the only little sneak peek I can give you into that. So Huang Do is going to take the inside. Steven Merzlak second. Darren Ingram third. Jeff Dixon fourth. Davey Hazard, Cal Laval make up row 3 with Zach Krastowski and Mike Murata making up row 4. Again, so happy you're joining us. Make sure you're liking the video, subscribing if you haven't already for some of the best NR 2003 racing in all of the world. You can view it right here on JTN, the JoeTowNetwork, and making sure you're sharing it with your friends. Go to our Facebook, give us a like over there. We appreciate it. As always, Invisible Pace Car makes the hard left turn down pit road. Huang Do is going to lead him into the restart zone, see if he can get a good start on that inside. He hits the gas, gets a good jump. Green flag's back out. Racing once again at Homestead is the 38 of Dixon all over the back bumper of the 4, trying to give him a push here. As now
we know Dixon. Sorry, Joe. We know Dixon has a good long.
Oh, no! Hard into the wall for Merzlak. And that's not going to bring out a caution, Tommy.
That was just one car, so we're still green here, but huge championship implications.
I didn't see too much damage on that 4 car as we're still racing here. We'll get back to a replay once things settle down a little bit, or if they settle down, of course. But Cal Laval now in position to win this championship. What a crazy turn of events.
Yeah, quite a crazy turn of events. It just looked like the 4 car just stepped out. It almost looked like someone broke or a tire went down. Unfortunately for Merzlak, no yellow coming out, so they're going to have to struggle through and hopefully stay in this thing.
Hazard and Dixon making a little bit of contact down the back straightaway, it looked like. Hazard's going to go to the inside, take that position away down through turns 3 and 4.
Well, tons of after this restart, Joe. We got cars everywhere.
Everywhere, Tommy, everywhere. Is Darren Ingram now looking for the lead here? Finally has his equal on tires with these leaders after making that strategy call earlier on in the race. Looks like he's going to clear the 43 off turn 2 to give the lead to that 24 machine.
Yeah, we'll see how we can handle on 4 tires. He was pretty okay on 2, to be honest, Joe. So now that 24 car at the point on 4 freshmen.
There you see
and Steven Merzlak has gone down pit road to get new tires.
Yeah, and we'll get you a replay real quick of that spin for the 4 machine. And here you see it once again, going down into turns 1 and 2. Maybe hits the transition a little bit. Spins it by himself. Oh, Tommy, he kind of hit the wall there a little bit. It looked like there was a cameraman on track, by the way. But tough break for the Ford machine.
Yep, well, it looks like that, Joe. Not exactly what that Ford car wanted to see. Certainly, backing into the wall is not the best thing to have happen in your championship race. I might have done that before at a Homestead Final Four before, but not good for the Ford car, that's for sure.
We're watching Darren Ingram playing spoiler right now with Huang Do also challenging for the win, but Cal Laval has moved back into that championship winning position.
And right behind Laval is Davey Hazard. Boy, it's almost seemed like that all night long, Joe. Laval in the lead of the championship with Hazard behind him, except for a brief couple laps earlier in this race. But right now, that 12 car looking good. And then we'll see. You know, we saw last run, later on in the run when the tires wore, that 12 car was struggling. Let's see how he does on this time. It could really have a big impact on the end of this race.
Well, he's had to learn something after that initial run in that behind the wheel, that 12 machine, and Huang Do still all over the back bumper, the 24, Darren Ingram down the back straightaway.
Well, we talked about right before that restart, which was incredibly hectic, and we have a lot of action going on from that. You talked about next season here at USORL on JTN. Well, one driver that's his next race.
Whoa. Hey, spoilers.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No, I hinted at it, Tommy. Oh, golly gee.
Well, and the possibility that we have USORL on JTN. It could happen. Nobody really knows yet. It's the same with I was telling you before about the eyes. Nobody really knew how they worked until a few years ago.
Right.
Nobody really knows what's going to happen with that either. So, as far as we know, I didn't say anything. What I was hinting at, though, next season of USORL, one driver who is not going to be racing until the next season of USORL is the 77 car of Jack Healy. We're going to bring him up in the booth shortly to get his thoughts on the race as he saw it from the track. So let me bring him down here and we'll give him a talk.
Tommy, I just want to make sure we mention to our viewers at home, make sure you don't tell Mr. Tommy Bordeaux any secrets, because apparently...
I was just what was on the broadcast.
hey man. But yeah, we'll make that announcement after we talk to Jack Healy, driver of the 77 car, who had a phenomenal finish at Charlotte a few weeks ago.
Hello?
Yeah, after finishing second at Charlotte just a few weeks ago, an early retirement for the 77 car, Jack. Well, wasn't the greatest night for that 77 team, certainly, but it was a good-looking car.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the race as it began?
My car was pretty quick. There was an incident ahead of me. I tried to slow down, the car flipped around. I locked him up. Left front was down. I tried to go back to pits, and the car stopped turning, nearly clobbered the pit wall, and I kind of just said, I'm not going to ride around and 4 laps down for the whole race, so I just kind of quit.
Well, Jack, it might be the end to your season 6 here at USORL, but your next time you're going to take the green flag in the Cup Series is going to be season 7. Do you have any special announcements for that season for the crowd at home?
Nothing much. I'm just hoping it gets here quick, because this season has been miserable.
You heard it here, folks. Miserable. That's the words from Jack Healy on his season, and it doesn't end any better either, unfortunately, for the 77 team. But Jack, thanks for coming up and talking to us. I look forward to seeing you next season out on the track and possibly in the broadcast. Who knows, Joe?
Yeah.
I was told not to say anything, so I don't know.
Baby.
And Jack, make sure you keep your head up, as there's nothing to be disappointed about.
Yeah, man.
Bad breaks happen, man. They just happen.
Yeah. Bad seasons happen as well.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
We can't control the other cars around us.
Yeah. You can only control your car. And if you do it poorly like I did this season, yeah.
Oh, no, you didn't. But...
Oh, well.
Hey, good luck next season as well.
Yeah.
It was nice of him to stop in, even though he didn't have the night or the season that he wanted. Be nice to talk to us for a little bit. Hey, speaking of things that you want to see, if you're Davey Hazard and a fan of him, he's in the championship lead right now, Joe.
Oh, he definitely is. He moved up while we were talking to Mr. Healy. And another thing that happened was Huang Do took the lead away, but Darren Ingram now taking it back, and Cal Laval trying to take back the championship lead.
We saw Cal struggle on older tires on the last run, and he lost that spot to Hazard. We'll have to see if he's learned anything right now, seeing if he can hold those tires with more grip. Ooh, he's really close after 4, Joe.
Yeah, Davey kind of came off the wall a little more than he has the past couple laps, and Cal, thinking that Davey was going to be up a little higher, maybe used up some more of that racetrack. So it's going to be interesting to see, too, how much room these guys start giving each other as we're almost, we're we're about at halfway. We're not past halfway, we're almost halfway.
And out of turn 2, Cal Lovell used the bottom line to move himself back up into the front. Joe, this is championship racing at its finest. Homestead Miami, I must say, is one of the best, if not the best, championship finale tracks you could ever ask for, both in real life and the game. It's a shame that we're going to Phoenix this year in the real life Cup Series, but I must say, wow, this is entertaining.
It's almost like they shouldn't have changed it, Tommy, and we see this 3-wide battle for the 4th position. Mikey Murata on the bottom for a second there, Jeff Dixon, and maybe that was just the cameras being kind of pulling off a little eye illusion. I did have an eye exam today, so maybe my eyes ain't working as good as the old optometrist said, but Cal Laval again seemed to struggle as the tires start to wear out.
This is incredible, though, Joe. I mean, check out this fighting we're having all over the field, really. Variety of lines you're able to use here. You're having to let off a lot, too. I mean, you got to wheel this car. It's not just flat out all the way around in one groove. I mean, you're really having to wheel this car, putting it where you need it to be. And I'll tell you what, right now, Davey Hazard's doing a great job of that, and Cal Lovell struggling a little bit on these older tires.
Yeah, and Davey Hazard losing a position there to Jeff Dixon in that 38, so move Dixon up to 3rd. So our top 3 all non-championship 4 competitors, and really 4 of our top 5 as Mikey Murata has moved up into the 5th position as Cal's getting to his outside, and Huang himself, they're racing all over the track. This is a broadcaster's paradise as Jeff Dixon power move down to turns 1 and 2 takes the lead.
Incredible. That is incredible. Jeff Dixon, boy, he's fast in the long runs, and right now he just took himself into the lead with a power move in turns 1 and 2, Joe. Awesome racing right here.
Oh, he passed 2 guys going down in there into turns 1 and 2. Darren Ingram looking like he's going to try to clear up off the 38. He does it. Oh! Big time loose off the corner. 38 has to go low to avoid him, but Darren Ingram's going to have that outside, but give Dixon the lead down into turns 1 and 2. That was... Tommy, I heard your mic just went... Because the excitement, Tommy, the excitement.
This is thrilling, Joe. Jeff Dixon right now putting on a great show right here for us, for all the fans here at JTN.
Yeah, and I see a little logo on those rear quarter panels that you might like.
I do see that, Joe. We might have to do with his success. That's all I'm saying.
Huh. Well, right now, if we reset, it's Jeff Dixon pulling out to probably one of the biggest leads we've seen all night with Darren Ingram, Huang Do, Davey Hazard, and Mikey Murata right behind, but Oakley now challenging for that 5th position.
Yeah, Jamie Oakley. Haven't really talked about him much tonight, but he's trying to make his way into the top 5 on Michael Murata, who started in the top 5 as well. So, pretty good night so far for that 41 team. Much better than Charlotte, certainly.
Oh, much better. As Oakley holds the bottom off the corner, really lost a lot of momentum, moved Mikey back by for that 5th position.
Well, the championship race here, guys, we've seen an incredible race so far. Right now, as it stands in our Final 4, you see that graphic in the top right. It's the 75 car of Davey Hazard currently in the championship lead. A few spots back from him is the 12 car, second in the championship. That's Cal Lovell. You have to go back to 9th for Garrett Sidnor. He's 3rd in the championship right now, and all the way back from the field, 1 lap down in 14th is Steven Merzlik in the 4 after contact and a spin on the last restart. So not exactly great for the 4 car right now, but the 75 making hay up there right now, running 3rd in the they're 3rd in the race, but 1st in the championship.
Doing a good job. Remember, when you're running for this championship, you're really, you want to win the race. You always want to win the race, but you're really racing those other 3 guys around you, and we've seen throughout history that it does take winning the race, but tonight we've just seen so many strong non-playoff cars here at Homestead with all these multiple grooves.
Well, this is something I really have to say about USORL. It has such a deep field. There's a lot of parity between drivers and teams, and the skill level of a lot of these drivers is just incredibly well matched, and it could be anybody's race at this point. You saw Jeff Dixon come from virtually nowhere to take a now almost 2-second lead by saving his tires, but we've seen Huang Do up in front. We've seen Darren Ingram up in front. Now, look at Michael Murata trying to make a move on 4th for Davey in a few laps. Looks like he might have saved his tires as well.
Yeah, as we saw there, though, for a hot minute, the 12 of Cal Laval and the 16 of Garrett Sidner riding the wall through turns 1 and 2, legit riding the wall. Looks like those cars have really tightened up to the point where they're almost undrivable.
We have a caution, Joe.
We have a caution?
We do have a caution.
Oh boy, not good. Who was it? Oh, it
Might
looks
be
like it
the
was,
99.
it looks like it was Cam Barnes. Oh, Steven Merzlak around! Oh no. Doesn't look like he hit anything. Oh boy. I got loud there. We'll get you a replay.
Producer Bristol fetching our replay here at JTN. Boy, I'll tell you what, that 4-car's had a rough last 20 laps, Joe.
Yeah, and another guy that's had a rough night. 20 of Cam Barnes, 29 of Pickett gets into him there after he spins, so that's what brings out the yellow. And you're going to see here's Merzlak in the 4-car. Comes up, sees Cam Barnes at the bottom, just gets really loose off the corner. And oh, he's going to kiss the wall with the right side of that car. And we expected some right side damage on those cars, but Merzlak not involved in the wreck. Is he going to be the lucky dog?
He might be, Joe.
So that is a saving grace for the 4 Merzlak, who's had a strong car all night. I don't think we've really seen the full potential of that 4-car, Tommy, and big save there to not have any more damage on the front end.
Yeah, certainly can't afford any more. That 4-car, not exactly looking to collect any more damage to that car, I gotta say. Steven, just hearing word from the USORL officials, not the lucky dog on this restart, Joe.
Oh, that's going to be a tough break there. So, and he can't stay out, obviously, because he just scuffed up those tires, so he's going to be hoping for a quick yellow here.
Certainly will be. We'll have to see.
Everyone's going to come down pit road, assumption being 4 tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel, Goodyear tires on these cars. No opposition to that here. Jeff Dixon leads him down.
Jeff Dixon, I mean, we saw how well he was able to save his tires on that run and just flew out to a lead, Joe, of incredible proportions, the largest lead we've seen all night. So that 38 car, I got to say, if this thing has long green flag runs like that, it's going to be hard to beat him. But, of course, in our championship battle, that 12 car, Kyle Lovell, on the other end of things, has struggled with tires late in a run. And the 75 of Davey Hazard took the lead from him due to better tires. So we'll have to see how this plays out. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of stakes here, definitely on the table to see who wins this championship and the race.
Well, and a big loser there on pit road was the 43 of Huangdo, losing 3-4 spots. It's hard to count here at JTN, you know. We try, though. We try. We're not counting majors, right?
No, definitely not.
Luckily not. Luckily not. So, resetting here. Darren Ingram snags the lead on pit road with a great pit stop by that 24 team. Jeff Dixon second. Davey Hazard third. Oakley in that number 17 fourth. Murata fifth. Sixth. Laval seventh. Sidner in the 16. Eighth. Krastowski ninth. Tustin 10th. The 99 of Dalton. Merzlak's a lap down. Huangdo looks like he's going to be coming back down pit road here. I wonder if there is a speeding penalty for that 43 machine.
Could have been, and not really what he wants to see. You know, he was able to make his way up to the front and battle for the lead and lead some laps, certainly. But, you know, it's difficult to make your way from the back to the front, especially if, you know, at a track like this, tire wear comes into play, and so you're trying to catch people and pass people, but you're wearing your tires, so by the end of the run, you pretty much have nothing for the leaders. Although, I gotta say, if anyone can do it, it's Huangdo. Sorry, that's a bad pun.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, how's it going, Joe?
I can't laugh at that one, bud. Oh, no. I'm getting dirty looks from Bristol now. This ain't good. Anyways, resetting here. It looks like Darren Ingram, he's going to take the inside line here on this restart. That's something we saw last time with the 43 of Doe also choosing to do the same thing. But early on in the race, it seemed like that outside was definitely going to be the preferred way to go.
Yeah, and it still seems like it, Joe. We've seen people make moves on the bottom, but certainly at least getting going. Just that outside line with the momentum you can carry on the straights just seems so powerful.
Yeah, and then currently in the position to win the title, Davey Hazard, you see him there in third in the 75 Martini machine. Fourth, Oakley. Fifth, Murata. Sixth, Laval. So happy you're joining us here on JTN. Virtual pace car makes, or invisible pace car rather, makes the hard left turn down pit road. Darren Ingram's going to have control of this restart with Jeff Dixon to the outside. They go into the United States restart zone, hit the gas, get there fast. Ingram jumps out to a 2-car length lead.
Yeah, look at that. Davey Hazard able to slide in there behind Ingram.
Well, and Hazard went for that hole immediately. Now sticking to the outside as Ingram's on the bottom.
Yeah, Ingram right there using the bottom, and looks like he's going to keep this lead at a 2 and have a kind of a good lead. Wait, we're 3 wide on the exit a little bit there, Joe.
Oh,
Jeff Dixon moving backwards.
The guy moving forward, 16 of Garrett Sidner. Looks like that 16 team made a big adjustment to the cars. He's now challenging for the championship lead, second position.
Oh, take a look right there. That 16 car, boy, he's been kind of back in the pack compared to these other championship drivers and hasn't been very loud all night. Been kind of quiet, but right now trying to make some moves on the inside line and stake his claim of the title. Ooh, slides right in front of Cal Lovell. Lovell goes low.
You see, and that's a teammate. That's a teammate there. At least for one more night, is now Laval looking to the inside of Hazard for second and the championship lead.
Oh, they get really close for Joe.
Whew. I need some new pants, Tommy. That was scary.
Certainly these drivers are going to be glad it's the last race because they're going to want to get out of their suits as fast as possible when this thing is over. It's been super entertaining, and Cal Lovell takes back the lead. But again, it's early in a run. We'll have to see how these tires play out if we stay green for a long enough time.
And Davey Hazard now looking back to the inside of Laval for second in that championship lead, but they're both hunting the 24 Darren Ingram for the race lead here, working lap 81. Oh, again, I don't know if there's contact, Tommy, the way the hitboxes are, but that is way too close for comfort.
Really close, but you know what, Joe? These are the best drivers all season long. They're out here racing hard, and they're going to race close. You just got to expect that here.
And Davey tucks back in line behind the 12 Laval. He's got to be thinking now, maybe I don't have the speed for the 12 car in the short run right now. Maybe I should wait, save my tires a little bit. I know this 12 car is going to fall off. You know, there's only so many adjustments you can do down on pit road, Tommy, to fix that issue of late run speed.
Yeah, Joe, we'll have to see. I mean, we've seen how big of an advantage saving tires can be with the 38 car of Jeff Dixon making a lot of moves up to the front and pulling away. Hey, one guy making moves, it's the 41 of Michael Murata. He's looking for fourth.
Yeah, looks to the inside of Sidner there for the fourth position. Ford versus Chevy down through turns 3 and 4. And there you see it, all the different lines running at this Homestead Miami Speedway. Give Mikey that position for, just a second, as Sidner's going to have the momentum going down the front straightaway.
Oh, what an incredible racing facility, I must say, Joe. Shout out to the USORL admins for putting together this schedule and letting us finish the season at such an entertaining track. It's been fun on JTN here to broadcast here in the USORL playoffs. It's been great being with you. And right now we are looking at a thrilling race. It's still anybody's championship and race win.
Murata looking to the inside, trying to still take away that fourth position. You got to think Mikey's going to try to get back up in line, save his tires maybe a little bit here. He does that accordingly down the front straightaway. Tommy, you mentioned it's been a joy to broadcast these USORL Red Bull Cup Series races, and when the next season starts in October, we'll be live with you at Daytona for the season opener. We'll be live with you for 24 of the 30 races, including the final 10 races for the playoffs. And it's a big announcement for us on JTN here. You'll see the formal announcement of that tomorrow morning, so make sure you're liking our Facebook page to see that. It's not going to be too formal, of course, because that's we're not that official as of now, but big announcement coming with 24 races for USORL next year, live right here on JTN.
Yeah, it should be exciting, Joe. USORL has not really been broadcast before on this kind of format. A lot of guys in the field live stream, but this year is the first broadcast here for USORL, and to be able to broadcast 20 races on JTN next year in this series,
24.
It's going to be fun. 24 races. It's going to be very exciting.
It's not just,
excellent.
Davey.
Coming for Hazard. Yeah, he got way loose there, and he's struggling. He's moving way back now. Hey, put Cal Lovell back in the championship lead.
Ooh, you see the 75 moving back through the field. Another big save for Hazard and that Martini machine. But yeah, it's going to be a great season next year, and we're so happy you're joining us tonight for the finale. Oh, Dixon in the walls! Hazard around down the front straightaway. That's going to be a yellow. Oh, Davey, no. No. Oh, my goodness.
Both PTR cars tonight have ended up hitting that inside wall. And unfortunately for Hazard, that looked like a harder hit than Stevens on that inside wall. Not what he wanted to have happen. And it pretty much all started out of 2.
Yeah, you saw the big checkup. Now you'll see the wreck. Here you see it. 38 of Dixon. The 43 slides up. Maybe made a little contact with the back bumper. The 43, that sends him into the 75. Hazard barely bumps the wall there, but tough break for Hazard. We'll get an onboard with him as well here. And you'll just see Doe makes a big move to the outside. Gets right in front of the 38, and that's really what kind of jumbles that all up. You see the roof flap or the hood flaps deploying, keeping that car on the ground, Tommy. But oh boy, that was terrifying for a second for the 75 team.
Yeah, it looks like if you can, what that incident was, he escaped it pretty okay, but certainly now having to fix a little bit of damage, get new tires on that 75 car, he's going to have to come from the back once again. He's no stranger to it, but Joe, time's running out.
Well, we saw him do it earlier in the race. Darren Ingram winning the race off pit road. Cal Laval second. Oakley third. Sidner fourth. And Huang Do fifth. We saw he was able to do it earlier. It'll be interesting to see if he can do it again. But with that caution, Tommy, why don't you tell the fans at home who the lucky dog is?
Well, the lucky dog would be that 4 car of Steven Merzlach. He is going to be back on the lead lap. Right back there with his PTR teammate, Davey Hazard. So the 4 and the 75. Hey, right now, if you're a Ford fan, Cal Lovell and Garrett Sidner are making you have a very good day. And right now for PTR and the Toyota team, not so much. They're both at the back of the pack, trying to recover from incidents, Joe. But this thing, I said we're kind of winding down to the finish. That's still over 44 laps to go, so plenty of time, kind of. I say kind of. I'm hesitant, Joe. Laps can go by fast, but anything can happen.
Well, and you still have another pit stop. And Tommy, last week we definitely saw anything can happen. Cal Laval, Cam Barnes, dominant all night. Best 2 cars at Dover. Late race caution. They came down pit road, and then a big wreck on the back straightaway off of turn 2 took Cal out of the race, and he barely made the cut line for the final 4. And right now, you don't want to see an incident like that again.
His final 4 certainly do not want to get caught in a race-ending crash. That would not be the finish they want to their season, for certain.
We reset him here. Darren Ingram's going to have control of this restart with Cal Laval, our current championship leader, to his outside. Jake Oakley and Garrett Sidner making up row 2, with Sidner battling for that championship. Oakley battling for a win, of course. Row 3 is going to be Huang Do, who you saw made a big move to the outside, causing a little bit of checkup with the 38 car, with Zach Krastowski to his outside. Mikey Murata, Ray Tustin on row 4 for this restart. Dalton and Pickett, row 5, rounding out your top 10. I see.
Joe,
Huang Do writes in, "Oops." I don't. That's been the product of this crazy racing tonight, hasn't it, Tommy?
Yeah, certainly. Oops is about right. Hey, they're in turn 4 right now, Joe, and Garrett Sidner in 4th. I shouldn't be surprised he's up here as we get later into the race. He always shows up towards the end of these things. I gotta say, that's 16 car. Don't count him out just yet, Joe.
As they go to the restart zone, Darren Ingram with the advantage. Oh, checks up a little bit. Everyone checking up. Green flag's back out here, but almost disaster there for the EcoBoost racing cars on the outside.
Yeah, with the 405 out there, just a chain reaction of bumping and banging on the restart there. Looks like those 2 Fords on the outside line trying to work together.
Huang Do squeezes up in front of Laval, give him the 3rd position down the back straightaway.
Hey, now Jake Oakley in 2nd place right now. Again, haven't talked about him too much. Oh, getting a little bit tight there.
Well, that's going to allow the 12 to move by, put Laval back into the 2nd position, and continue to maintain his championship lead.
Yeah, it looks like that 12 car is good on these short runs, and I think maybe better than any of his competitors. Haven't seen him, really come under any pressure on a short run like we've had, but when those tires get worn, it could cost him.
Right now the battle is on for 5th between Krastowski and Doe. You see Hazard there trying to take away the 7th position from Mikey Murata, trying to climb his way back up into this championship hunt. Give the position to Doe for 5th and 7th to Hazard.
Another guy trying to make his way back up to the front. That's the 4-car, Steven Merzlak now. He's back into the top 10. He's on the lead lap. He just needs some things to go his way, and maybe he'll be back there at the front.
And you see the stats for Merzlak up on your screen. 6 wins on the season, 13 top 5s, 19 top 10s with an average finish of 6th on the year. And right now, though, he'd be walking home 4th after a very impressive season.
Yeah, quite an impressive season for that PTR number 4 car. Steven really come into his own this year. 6 wins is just a great stat for him. And for anybody, I mean, if I could get 6 wins in this season, in this series, with all these competitive drivers out here, I'd be thrilled. But I know he wants more than that. He wants the championship. And I don't know. He's not out of it yet. There's still time. But these laps are ticking away, Joe.
And there's definitely still time for him to get up there. Merzlak, most wins on the year out of our championship 4 drivers. You see Davey Hazard, he's starting to move up. He's getting ready to challenge for this 5th position. Challenge that 43 car for that is 43 now to the outside of the 16 of Sidner for 4th. Not just for a quick
trying to
minute.
make his way back up to the front.
Well, and you got to remember, too, that 12 car of Laval, it'll be interesting to see. We've seen all night those Fords, they fall off as the run goes on. They're hoping for some, maybe we get a caution that splits this end of the race in half, but right now, it ain't looking like that.
Yeah, so far, pretty much single file around the top, Joe.
Well, and single file around the top gives us a second to mention a couple of our great sponsors here, Tommy. Check out Autosim in the description below. Autosim 7.1, if I can talk correctly. Just came out in the last couple days, so make sure you check that out. Autosim is a text-based NASCAR simulation game that is, one of the best games out there that you can download for free. Autosim 7.1 beta out now. You can check out their link in the description below, autosim.weebly.com. Also check out JoeTow Designs for 10% off at checkout. Use code JTN2. That gives us some support there, and it means a lot to all of us here at JTN if you show our sponsors support. Those are our 2 big sponsors on the broadcast, and you'll hear about the 3rd one at the 10 to go with PWB.
Yeah, and that 10 to go is going to mean a lot, Joe, as we get to this end of this thing.
Yeah, but you know who's looking for a lot right now? Cal Laval looking to the inside, peeking his nose down there on Darren Ingram for the lead. You got to think, though, Laval's is thinking in his head, I can run here in second as long as the 16 car keeps his distance.
Yeah, Cal's got to be careful. Hey, that 16 is Sidnor. He got around Oakley last lap. Looks like Oakley trying to get it back on the inside, but that 16 is going to crept up a little bit on the 12 car. We'll have to see how they compare later in the run. Oh, that 16.
Oh, 12 car. Oh.
Problems for Laval.
He gets into the wall through turns 3 and 4, so Sidner scoots by to the 3rd position in the championship lead. Laval now reeling, trying to get the momentum back up on the outside of Doe in the 43.
For the first time tonight, Garrett Sidnor has found himself into the championship winning position as we are on lap 100 of 134. Boy, that 16 car may have taken a while, but he's up there. Don't look now, the 12 and the 75 right on his tail. 12 goes back to the inside.
Yeah, Davey gave him a big shove down into 3 and 4. Now Davey with a big run on Sidner. Move Cal all the way back to the 3rd position here. He retakes the championship lead.
Fantastic racing right now, and I gotta say, Joe, again, these drivers, this track, incredible combination. The USORL on JTN, you're watching it live here at the Ford EcoBoost 200 Championship Finale race. And up front, Jake Oakley trying to look for the lead here on Darren Ingram.
Oakley with a really strong Caterpillar Chevy as this run has gone on. Darren kind of squeezes him through the center of the corner, doesn't give him a lot of room like he was earlier on, but Oakley strong through the center, challenging on the inside down the front straightaway. It's a drag race.
Another drag race right behind them. Huang Do trying to get by the 12 car of Lovell.
And Darren,
looks like he'll clear him.
Darren again running that middle line. It's not a line he's run throughout this race. He's trying to run closer to the wall, so you got to think that he's trying to squeeze that 17, give him no room to try to accelerate off the corner.
Yo, this is incredible. Look who's back in the picture, just a few spots back. That 4 car of Steven Merzlak trying to get past Garrett Sidnor, and now he has.
The ball is big loose off of turn 2, or off of turn 4 rather. that last time by, but we continue to watch this battle for the lead. Oakley looking to the inside of Ingram. You could see towards the back, on that outside line in front of the 38 of Dixon, that's Steven Merzlak. And right now it looks like the 16 of Sidner is falling back into 4th position out of our Championship 4.
Yeah, he was up for a brief moment in that top spot, but just in a handful of laps, he's found himself back in 4th in our Championship 4. Meanwhile, at 4-car, a lot of 4s going on, at 4-car, Steven Merzlak making his way up through the field, trying to work on Michael Murata. That's for 6th.
Yeah, now Dixon looking to the inside of him, and also looking to the inside of Murata. We've seen that 38 car really strong on these long runs. He makes 1, 2, trying to get 3 passes down the back straightaway, cuts into line, and that's going to allow the 40 get to the inside of Murata down into turns 3 and 4.
Steven Merzlak powers himself into turn number 3 to get in front of the 41 car. If he can keep it through 4, he's going to have that spot. Looks like he clears Murata just fine. He's going to try and follow Jeff Dixon through here. Oh, wait, gets to the inside of Dixon.
Well, and DJ Harris writes in, Tommy, has the race been good tonight? And I think you'll have a stronger answer than I will. Oh! Has it been a good race?
It has been a terrific race, Joe. DJ and everybody watching. This has been one of the best finale races I've ever seen in NR. And I've been around this community for a few years now, Joe. Oh, Steven Merzlak!
Wall! Oh, no.
Well, besides that, Joe, I must say it's been quite the race. We have seen many grooves here. These drivers having to really wheel these cars. It's put this championship in the drivers' hands. And speaking of drivers, Davey Hazard trying to make the move on Laval and take the championship lead.
Well, and remember, we're going to have one more pit stop in this race, whether it's green flag or under the yellow flag conditions. You got to think that the tires on that 12 car are quickly fading away as they have all night. So Hazard starting to challenge for that position, but he also sees that 38 of Dixon getting bigger and bigger in his mirror because that 38 car's been strong all night as well.
Yeah, if I'm the 75, I'm not trying to hold up Dixon that much. I know Dixon's been faster on the long run all night long, and it actually might help that Hazard if that 38 can get around him, maybe poke a few holes and find a way around that 12 car. Ooh, but Michael Murata trying to get past Dixon.
We've seen Mikey not be afraid to run this bottom line here tonight. Hazard running about a car length slower. Oh, he gets a little loose off the corner. He's going to lose all his momentum down the front straightaway.
Yeah, and Michael clears both of them, so put that 41 car back into the top 5. Great run here from Michael tonight. He's looking like a 7-time champion out there.
Oh, he definitely is. We see Steelman slow on the bottom. That's a lap car there. As Dixon rides the wall off of turn 2, down the back straightaway a little bit, that's going to allow Hazard and Merzlak to move by for the Merzlak to the inside now for the position.
With some lap traffic there of Steelman and Cam Martins kind of made things tight off of corner number 2. They are out of the way now, but put the 41 car, Michael Murata, in 4th place.
Mikey's starting to make moves towards the front. Huang Do currently running 3rd. Then you see Oakley and Ingram, your leaders. But again, we're watching this battle for the championship. Cal Laval riding the wall. Say that 10 times fast, but continues to maintain that championship lead with Hazard and Merzlak right on his tail.
How about that 4-car Merzlak? He's been involved in a few incidents tonight. You know, I know he can, maybe get his head down about that. I know he was nervous about this race before, but check it out, man. He's up here battling as the 75 car tries to get to the inside of the 12 and make that move for the lead. Championship lead, I should say.
Oh, championship lead for sure, but that championship, that's what tonight's all about. Is Laval hard into the wall, loses all his momentum. Now it's a PTR battle for the championship lead. Merzlak looks to the inside, but Hazard has it down the back straightaway.
Seems like early on in the runs, the Fords are the car to beat, but when those tires wear out, it seems like the Toyotas come alive, and right now, Davey Hazard taking the championship lead with his PTR teammate, Steven Merzlak, right behind him. And Joe, we're moving into close to 30 laps to go, and as we talked with Davey at the beginning of the race here, he mentioned how at 30 to go, gloves were off, it is go time for him. Team orders out the window, so right now, we're seeing that 75 car hanging on to the championship lead, but right behind him, Merzlak, who's doing a great job recovering from a few incidents tonight.
Well, and right now the battle's on for 3rd. Jeff Dixon moving up into that position. Mikey Murata sliding back. Huang Do now look. Oh, Mikey loose! Oh, he's gonna No! No!
Oh, and our championship competitors just slide by, barely.
Mikey. Oh, and that's not gonna bring out a yellow here. Tough break for the 41 of Mikey Murata. Had such a strong run.
And we got a caution. We got a caution on the track.
And we're under 30 laps to go, so this is going to put all our drivers in the fuel window. I believe that caution is for the 41 of Mikey Murata as he slid back up on the track.
Yeah, it is. He was pretty much stopped on the racing surface in the middle of the front straightaway, and that indeed will be a yellow. And this makes things kind of interesting. Hey, we saw those Fords really sliding back. Our championship Ford were 6th through 9th at the time of the yellow flag, Joe. But it was the two Fords in 8th and 9th, while Davey Hazard was leading that championship Ford. Now we'll see after they pit what this field shakes out to be like and how those Fords can try and get those tires to last just a little bit longer.
As there you see the replay from our helicopter cam of Mikey going around. We'll get one more look at it.
Contact on pit road. Oakley spins Dixon.
We'll go to that. Oh no.
Oh, and they're still picking up. Well, a bit of a clumsy pit entrance. The 17 is pitting behind the 38, and well, that caused an incident on pit road. I don't know if it involved any of our championship competitors.
Don't believe it did. Here you see Oakley just not clear of the 38, sends him into the outside wall. Oh, Cal actually got into the 38 of Dixon there.
Leading pit road is Darren Ingram once again. So Ingram, he led pretty much that whole last run. We'll have to see if that 24 car can continue to lead and possibly win this race.
Well, Darren's been strong all night long here, but another thing we've seen all night long is the speed of the Fords on the short runs, Tommy. It's not necessarily a short run. We were about 20 laps into that green flag run, and unless I did my math wrong or I can't remember when we went back green flag racing, but we've seen those Fords really strong on these shorter runs, but they don't have the track position that they did earlier on, as Davey Hazard is going to be your championship leader under yellow here.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting how this race shapes up. We should have about 20 laps to go when we go back green, so it's going to be close, Joe, because these Fords, I mean, they can almost last that long, and depending on how the Toyotas can perform, we're going to see here how this race finishes. It's going to be an exciting one, that's for sure. Well, trans from Larry Mack. Well, Joe, we have some trans here, and this trans, we mentioned it, those Fords, while they are seemingly better on the short runs compared to the Toyotas, it looks like the Toyotas are good in the long run, and the Fords really struggle. Now, looking back at the last 10 Homestead, I don't have the data for that. I don't know if we're going to get cautions or not, but I will say, you know, we've had a couple races here that have gone into overtime. Tonight might be the same with how close these cars have been. With all the lines and grooves available, you have cars everywhere, which means a lot of opportunity for yellows. So we'll have to see, and you know everybody's going to be pushing especially hard tonight, the last race of the season.
And we reset you here. Darren Ingram's going to have control of this restart with Oakley to his outside in the 17. Row 2, Wong Do, who's had a strong car all night in that 43, and championship leader currently out of that championship for the 75 of Davey Hazard. Row 3 is going to be the 16 of Garrett Sidner, another one of our championship 4, and the 4 of Steven Merzlak, with the last of our championship 4, Cal Laval, lining up on row 4 and 7th with Ray Tustin to his outside. Row 5 is going to be the 1 of Zach Kristowski with Jeff Dixon to his outside. Row 6, Dalton and Joyce. 7 is going to be Barnes and Steelman. Row 8 is going to be Pickett and Murata. Mikey going to have to make a charge through this field after causing that last yellow. Again, so happy you're joining us here on JTN. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Darren Ingram with control of the restart. They enter the restart zone. He hits the gas. We're back racing at Homestead.
A great start for that 24 car. Easily up there in the lead.
Well, that inside row just did not get a good going. Get a good going. Oh, Oakley really loose. Almost made contact with the 75 as now they're battling.
And watch out now. Yeah, Stevens going to be held up a little bit by Oakley.
Oh, and Merzlak losing all of his track position here.
Hey, and now Garrett Sidner making a move on Hazard. He takes the championship lead on the low side. Cal Laval trying to follow right behind him. There's those Fords in the short run again, Joe.
Yeah, and move Sid. Oh, I think we got a caution towards the back. Car's up and... Oh, Tommy. Oh, no.
I saw Ray Tustin go around, and caution is out. But right before that yellow, or just about before it, that 16 car of Garrett Sidner, he took the championship lead.
Oh, man, Tommy. Oh, man. Garrett Sidner knowing how to get it done when it matters is going to have control of this next restart because the assumption would be you don't make a pit stop here. So here you see the replay. Tustin just getting really loose through 3 and 4. Dixon with nowhere to go. Little warpy warp sends him all over the track. Those two making contact and that bringing out your yellow here.
All of the championship force staying out. That was a good yellow for Steven Merzlak. Like we said, got held up by Oakley on the outside line coming out of 2 on that last restart. So now Merzlak back up with the rest of the pack.
As you saw, Oakley made his way down pit road, but all of the rest of our leaders staying out on the replay there. But Tommy, I mean, looks like Ingram's going to have the lead here. He's going to have control of this restart.
Yeah, I need to get good at those restarts. I mean, we saw on the last one. Having control is so important. It's getting a good jump. But right now, what really matters is this championship, and Garrett Sidnor has found his way back into the lead of it.
Sidner has done an excellent job of rallying late in this race. It'll be interesting to see if he can do that throughout the end of it. You know, working under 20 laps to go, not including possible overtimes here at Homestead Miami, but this is shaping up to be a good one. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Here to the JoeTow Network, bringing you some of the best NR 2003 racing content on the web, as the old folks would say. So happy you're joining us as always. Make sure you're going to all of our different channels, giving us a like over on Facebook, giving us a like here, hitting sub, checking out our partners JoeTow Designs, TWB, and Autosim. It does a lot for us. Also, make sure if you're interested in joining the United States Online Racing League, whether it be their Red Bull Cup Series, Boost Mobile Lights Series, Tornadoes Dash Series, or the plethora of different types of cars, track combination series that they run, make sure you're checking out their SMS link to sign up. They use Discord for the chat, so I know that's a popular option for a lot of people. And it's just a fun time here at USORL. They put on some great races as always, and they're doing that once again tonight here at this beautiful Homestead Miami track, which has been absolutely meticulously tuned to specifications that allow to these great restarts, this great racing side-by-side action.
Yeah, Joe, we've had some fantastic racing here tonight, and the track has been a great facility for it, too. The product right here is just fantastic here at USORL, and these drivers are putting on quite the show. It makes it easy to broadcast these races when the racing is so good.
Oh, and it makes it a lot more fun. Time has absolutely flew by tonight. We saw last week at Dover a lot of long green flag runs. This week producing some more, 20, 25 lap runs right before we get to the pit stop window. So thankful for everyone tuning in tonight. It's been a fun one. We've seen some great racing action. Resetting it here. Invisible pace car makes the left-hand turn down pit road. Darren Ingram going to have control of this restart with championship leader to his outside. That's Garrett Sidner in the 16. Into the restart zone. Big jump by the 24. We're back. Green flag racing as Hazard makes a 3-wide move to the inside down the front straightaway.
I tell you what, Joe, I kind of had some 2016 flashbacks there with that 3-wide move. So I got to say, but Hazard, hey, he's taking the lead right now. That's championship battle.
Oh,
whoa, really loose. Incredible on field 2, and Hazard's going to go for the race lead here.
Yeah, Davey absolutely putting that kill mode, flip the kill switch here, takes the lead down off of turn 4 of the race and the championship.
We're sliding back a little bit, but we still have our championship 4 in this top 5, every one of them.
When Darren Ingram moves back into the lead, Cal Laval's going to be to the inside of Davey down the back straightaway.
Yep, we've seen Cal be strong on these short runs. Again, like we've mentioned all night long, these Fords really fast in that short run, especially Cal. I mean, he's been great on these short runs. He's trying to get this championship lead back, and Joe, we're closing in on the end of this race, and right now, who knows if these guys are going to have another chance to pit again, so you got to be careful with those tires at the same time.
Yeah, Davey taking this outside line, not wanting to follow that 24 of Ingram through the corner. Right now, though, Long Do, Zach Krastowski playing spoiler to the 4 car making the move up into the top 5 as Cal Laval. You see a little bit of damage there for a second. That's some of the game glitches. Oh, gets a little tight through the center of the corner.
Really close, really close.
Oh, had to let off the throttle to make sure he hit the 75. Move Davey Hazard to second. He's going to have the outside going down in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, this is as about real as it gets right here, Joe. We're coming down to the wire, not just of a normal race. So this is the season. This is the championship. These guys have been at this for months. It's come down to 4 drivers, and they're putting everything on the line to try and win this title. That 12 and 75 are so close through turn 3 and 4, Joe, once again.
Cal is all over his bumper, but there you see towards the back of your screen, Garrett Sidner trying to make a move past Zach Krastowski, who's moved into the 4th position here.
That 4 and 16, struggling in track position right now, stuck behind some cars that they don't want to be behind. It's going to definitely play a factor for them, but hopefully they can get around them and be back up to this battle up front here. Incredible racing, side by side on the backstretch. Davey clears them again. I'm telling you, that high line's really strong.
Well, and if Davey can keep that high line, he saves his tires a little bit more when you run that shorter radius. You wear the rubber out on those tires, but Cal almost cleared down the front straightaway. He's not going to get it. Davey's going to have the momentum on the outside, but if the race ended there, that would have been championship for the 12.
Yeah, really close, Joe, and that 12 car's been able to roll the bottom better than anybody, but like you said,
loose! Big loose, big save, hits the wall a little bit. But that is, that's a killer, Tommy. That's a killer for Cal.
It's a killer, and he's just dropping spots left and right. That 12 car, who was almost there, like you said. If the race had ended that last lap, he would have had it. But right now, it's Davey Hazard in the lead. His teammate, Steven Merzlak, now in that 2nd championship spot, but he's a few spots behind in 6th right now.
And Merzlak makes the move on Joe in the 43 car, moves up to 5th. Now the outside of Krastowski as the 43 pulls the crossover on him down the back straightaway.
A 4 car right now trying to make up those spots. His teammate Davey Hazard in 2nd place, and now Steven in 5th. It's not out of the question. There's still plenty of time left. In fact, Joe, it would be our TWB 10 to go. Well, Joe, for years, TWB has provided companies and consumers and businesses alike with products and services from a brand you can trust. Joe, coming this fall is TWB.com. We're launching the website. It's going to be a lot of fun. For more information on its founder, Tommy Bordeaux, visit TommyBordeaux.com. It's one of the best websites on the net. That has been your TWB 10 to go. Joe, this race is coming down to the wire.
Yeah, you see Oakley starting to make gains on the 24 of Ingram for the lead, but
look at Steven Merzlak, Joe. He's making the lead for the championship, a close one.
Oh, he's all over the back bumper of his PTR teammate Davey Hazard. We know the gloves are off.
He's right there. The gloves are off. Steve's looking for his first ever Cup title at USORL. Davey looking for his 2nd. Right now, they appear to be the only 2 in contention as Cal Lovo's fallen outside of the top 10, and Garrett Sidnor is right now in 7th place. There's Merzlak on the outside, trying to get the momentum.
Doesn't look like Davey just gets a really strong run on the bottom through 3 and 4, better than everyone else, it seems like, as this run has gone on. We see the leaders running the bottom of the track, but everyone else running up towards that wall, Tommy.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out. It's another thing, it's one thing to catch Davey, it's going to be another to pass him. We've seen Davey be strong pretty much on every line of the racetrack, so it's going to be hard for the 4 to get around him, but that's why he's a champion, and that's why they're competing for a championship here tonight at Homestead.
As we watch this battle, we also have to keep an eye on the leaders as Oakley starting to close in on Ingram, but Ingram's starting to pull back away. That was not a good run.
How this race has changed complexion. Cal Lovell looked close off of turn 2.
Davey got really loose, and that's going to allow Merzlak to get to his outside as they go to 3-4. Merzlak, he's going to have the momentum off the corner. Tommy Davey's going to try to clear him off and see if
Merzlak going to clear him. We'll have to see.
Oh, Merzlak, it doesn't look like that 4 car is as strong up against the wall as the 75 is through that middle groove.
Possibly not, Joe. You got to keep in mind something here, Joe. Remember, Cal was talking about tires at the beginning of this broadcast. I don't know. Let's see if these guys have saved enough tires. Don't look now, but that 16 car also has fallen almost outside of the top 10. So it looks like the championship, if things stay green and clean, it's probably going to be between these 2 cars.
Yeah, I'm watching Davey, and I'm seeing he's backing up the entry into his corners just a little bit more than Steven. Steven's really throwing it in since he's running that ultra high line. Is that Davey also saving his tires a little bit, keeping some heat out of them? Is now Merzlak looking to the inside.
It could be. I think that 4 car needs to get down low if he's going to pass Davey. I don't
There
know
he
if
is.
Davey.
Oh!
Touching maybe. It was close.
They're down side by side down the back straightaway, giving each other almost no room. Merzlak to the inside. He's going to try to clear Hazard. Hazard now crosses him over off of turn 4.
And this is going to come to the line here. We just have 3 laps to go, Joe. This thing is almost over. And we're still fighting for the championship. Side by side, that time give it to the 4. But it's close.
Yeah, but give the position through turns 1 and 2 to Hazard. He makes the move on the 4. Dixon now looking to the inside of Merzlak.
Yeah, Jeff Dixon, very good on old tires. He's great at saving them. A 38's been fast. If I'm the 4 car, I'm just going to let that 38 by. Try and maybe affect the championship by letting that 38 get by the 75 and affecting him. But right now, that 4 car, he's lost a little bit of ground. 2 laps to go.
And we watch the battle for the championship, but an eye on the lead. Darren Ingram still out to a healthy lead as Merzlak trying to close the gap on his BTR teammate here through turns 1 and 2.
I think Jeff has backed off. I think he realizes that's the championship. I'm not going to affect it, and that's a smart move. Let's see if he stays back there right now. 2 laps to go. Joe, we're coming to the end of this season, this championship, and it's still neck and neck. It's close.
Yeah, we're going to go look at our leader. Darren Ingram takes the white flag down the front straightaway one more time for one more win on the season for the 2014.
A 4 car closed up to the 75 entering turn 1. Let's see what kind of exit he gets. Oh, they're going to be so close.
Davey
he gets
really
loose!
loose! That's going to move Merzlak to the lead of the championship to 3rd place. Hazard losing all the momentum down the back straightaway. That's going to be a championship killer, Tommy.
It could be the 4 car of Steven Merzlak. He came back from some early adversity at Charlotte to win there and lock himself in the race. But now, the 4 car of Steven Merzlak wins the USORL Season 6 Cup Series Championship. Congratulations to him. It came down to the final lap. 2 teammates battling, and it's the 4 car of Steven Merzlak getting his first ever USORL Red Bull Cup Series Championship. And what a race it was.
Well, and what a race that Darren Ingram also put on to win it here at Homestead, beating those championship 4 competitors. Everyone congratulating Merzlak on the back straightaway on his first championship. And really, Tommy, it came down to, oh, he's around here. It came down to that that 75 team making a mistake at the end.
We'll have to see if there was any contact, Joe. I don't know. I mean, both those cars, it looked like that 4 car just closed up so fast on the entry to turn 1. I don't know. We'll have to see. But certainly a very popular championship. Steven Merzlak winning this championship, finishing 3rd in the race. That 4 car, Joe, he's going to burn it down. I know that much.
Yeah, as you watch the replay here, down through turns 1 and 2, Davey just gets really loose. Merzlak backs off, and then Merzlak might have finished him off a little bit, hit him a little too much, but Hazard was already really loose, almost stopped on the... He was slowed down there, Tommy. I don't know what more Merzlak could have done.
Yeah, that's just tough racing. I mean, that's what happens. It's the championship. It's exciting, it's close, and, well, sometimes you can have some incidents like that happen. But I'll tell you what, that 4 car of Steven Merzlak, I mentioned it on the last lap. He came back from early adversity at Charlotte. Tonight, halfway through this race, he was a lap down, Joe, and he was involved in multiple incidents we thought could have given him race-ending damage, championship-ending damage, and he battled back. The mental toughness of Steven Merzlak won him this championship. He is strong, and don't forget it.
Yeah, wins the title here at Homestead. Congratulations to the 4 PTR team on the title, battling back after being a lap down, Tommy, midway through the race after a spin.
Just incredible, Joe. We saw, I think, probably one of the best championship finales that I've ever witnessed or been a part of in any online racing league that I've ever seen. What a finish. What a champion. Congratulations to Steven Merzlak, but really, it was 134 laps of close, incredible racing here at Homestead.
Close, incredible racing definitely sums it up, Tommy, and we're going to start getting to our different interviews as we get the results ready here for you fans at home, just so you can see where your favorite drivers ended up finishing. Tommy, why don't you bring in our race winner, Darren Ingram?
Sure thing. Let's bring him down. And there he is, race winner, the number 24 car, Darren Ingram. You controlled the end of this race. It was close a little bit with Austin Spencer towards the end, but ultimately getting another win on the season. Congratulations. It looked like a fun race out there.
Oh, thanks. Oh man, that was Homestead is my favorite track. This is the ultimate driver's track. You're on the top, you're on the middle, you can run the bottom. And probably about on that second or third green flag run, I realized that my car could just run the bottom a lot better. But the bottom does wear your tires a lot more, so I was trying not to use it unless I had to. And then on the last run there, I made up my mind. I was like, I'm gonna keep it on the bottom as much as I can.
Well, we saw you were keeping it on the bottom a lot compared to everyone else in the race, and even to yourself earlier on. Was it also, trying to take the air off of guys as they were trying to make moves on you?
It's a little bit of that. I mean, my car. So I feel like most people's cars were more comfortable on the top. My car was actually, it felt really tight up top, even though that's typically the preferred line around here. And I noticed on the bottom we were just hooking up really well. And then to make passes, you got to go where people aren't. And I mean, I think pretty much all of my passes I made tonight were on the bottom. You really got to. I mean, at least me, I was just throwing it in, and it was sticking, and I was getting good enough runs off to clear guys. And it's you just kind of got to go where everybody else isn't.
Well, and Darren, we saw you made a lot of passes out on the track, but we always see you making a lot of passes on pit road. Early on in the race, you took 2 tires. I don't think you guys went back to that call. What was the mindset early on in the race, just trying it out to make sure that if we got a late race yellow, you didn't make a mistake on maybe it being your first time doing a strategy call like that?
Well, you know me, I like to roll the dice, and it just kind of felt right. Well, I didn't want to be like in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th back there and get caught up in something. I was like, we only ran a couple laps. I'm just going to take 2 and see if I can hang on to the top 5. And I lost the lead pretty quickly, and I fell back to about 5th or 6th, but we kind of stabilized there, and that just put us in a much better spot. And then from there, I just tried to keep chugging off, clicking them off one by one.
Well, it was a terrific race, a good finish, and congratulations on your second win of the season. It's been since Nashville, since your last win, but Darren, back in victory lane tonight here at Homestead. And next season, if you'd like to announce to all of our viewers your plans for next year, they're big team-wise.
Yeah, this was a bittersweet last race at TLRI. It's been a great 2 seasons. I'll be moving over to Ingram Peterson Autosports. I'll be teaming up with John and Willie Page, and we're just going to get those Red Bull Camrys out there and Red Bull TWB Camrys, and we're going to get them hell out there.
Look forward to seeing those cars, certainly. And one last note, you did lead the most laps of the race with 69, so congratulations on that.
Nice.
Let's go. I planned it. I obviously planned it.
And congratulations on the win, Darren. Well-deserved. Great run tonight, and good luck getting ready for next season.
Thank you, and I just got to say, Steven, great job. I saw you and Davey's battle. That was intense. Steven's been dominant this year. He's won so many races, taking a couple from me, but great job, Steven. And great job to you guys for these broadcasts. They're awesome.
Thanks, and we're really excited to do more of them next year, and we hope to see you and Ingram Peterson Autosport. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
And your Red Bull TWB Camrys in victory lane next season. Congratulations
Yes,
on the win tonight.
Thank you.
And Tom,
Well, that was Darren Ingram. I messed up. I mixed up Austin Spencer and Jake Oakley once again, Joe. My apologies. It was Jake Oakley fighting for the win there with Mr. Ingram.
Come on, Tommy. We're professionals here at JTN, but why don't you bring in our other winner? I'm assuming might be some expletives being thrown, or some joy, some happiness with that number 4 PTR team. But why don't you bring him down here? Let's try to capture this excitement for Merzlak and his whole entire team.
Well, one of the most popular championship winners in USORL Red Bull Cup Series history, winning his first here tonight at Homestead. It's Steven Merzlak. How you feeling, Steven?
It's still soaking in. I can't believe I pulled that off. Well, not really pulled it off, but that last lap going through 2, Davey started stepping out, and I wasn't sure where to go. I kind of panicked and chucked it left. And next thing I knew, I was in the home stretch, and I won the damn championship.
And you did. You won that championship, but it wasn't without a lot of adversity and battling back. Early on in the race, on a restart, we saw you spin out, and it didn't bring out a yellow, of course, because it was a self-spin. What was going through your head at that moment?
A lot of stuff I can't say right now. But, yeah, my car, 4th gear was too long, so I would go down in the corner, and I'd be like 10 mile an hour slower than everybody else. And I forget who got on the outside of me and just took the air off my spoiler, and it sent me around. And got my tires changed, went back out there, and I was pulling away from everybody. I was screaming for a caution because I wanted to get back in it because I knew I had a damn good car to get back up there.
Well, Stephen, a couple of weeks ago at Charlotte, to lock yourself into this race, you had to battle back from some early adversity as well. I just wanted to say your mental toughness this year was incredible. You are such a deserving champion. I'm so proud of you. Not just broadcaster to driver, but teammate to teammate and friend to friend. Congratulations so much. Awesome race, awesome championship, and I'm so proud of you that you were able to fight through and come away with the victory, even with some early setbacks.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this season. I hope you guys come back next season. It's given us a lot of positive exposure to broadcast these races like that. It gives us more of a name and more of a personality on a bigger stage.
Well, we do. And Steven, if you didn't hear the news, we're coming on for 24 races next season, so we're going to give you even more of a stage and even more chances to win in front of a great viewing audience. How's that sound?
That's awesome. Can't wait to be talking to you guys a whole lot next season.
Oh, we hope for it. And before we let you go, plans for next year, you're still staying with this 4 team in PTR, right?
Yeah. Currently I'm debating on if I should scale back my operations or not, since I've achieved this ultimate goal, but that's not decided yet. I do have a couple new sponsors on board for next season, including Fastenal and Body Armor. So hopefully in the races I do show up in, I can give them a lot of exposure and a lot of success with this tried and true driver and team combo.
And you gave your sponsors a lot of exposure, and you've provided a lot of success for all of PTR and the 4 team. Congratulations on the championship. 6 wins on the season, and well-deserving champion. Congratulations, and good luck with whatever the next season holds.
Thanks, guys.
And Tommy, that was Steven Merzlak. Just really happy and excited to be the champion tonight.
Yeah, that sense of accomplishment, like he mentioned at the start, it might take a while to sink in. I mean, something especially like that, winning on the last lap, could definitely take some time to really, to feel that. But certainly a very happy driver right there. Steven Merzlak doing an excellent job all season long. A very deserving champion. 6 wins on the year. A phenomenal average finish, top 5s, top 10s. I mean, that 4 car was fast all year long, and certainly a popular champion and a deserving one as well.
Indeed, Tommy, indeed. And I don't know what we want to do. Do we want to do any more interviews tonight, Tommy? Do we have any? I know you got your eye on the media bullpen down there.
Yeah, let's take a look and see if we can get our 3rd place finisher Garrett Sidnor in the championship in here. And we will see what he has to say about that.
And bringing Mr. Sidner into the booth after, I don't know what to call it, Garrett. I mean, you were up there at the end, you were battling for that, and just everything seemed to go wrong at the wrong time for you in the 16 team.
Yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. I mean, we really did fire off on the bottom on restarts, and that's what I was hoping for there late, because we really had the car to do that and get it done if we had a couple or a few lap sprint there at the end. But props to Steven on the championship. You're in a hell of a season, and it was great to have that opportunity. I got to finish a Homestead race for my first time, so I'm happy for that.
Heck
A lot
yeah.
of good things to take from tonight.
And Garrett, your final ride with EcoBoost Racing, a long partnership. I'm sure some emotions running high. We talked to you before the event. You were nervous, but ended up coming away with third in the championship. Not first, but again, finishing a race at Homestead. And, that's got to feel good at least to have that monkey off your back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my best points finish. I raced in the Final Four 4 seasons ago, I think, quite a few years ago, and I didn't finish that race. So, I mean, definitely, it's been a spectacular season. We've had great cars about almost everywhere we've went. Um, I had career best stats for wins, top fives, and top tens this season for myself, and laps led. I've just been overwhelmed with how this season's went, and I'm gonna sure miss these guys at EcoBoost. They've done a great job.
Yeah, next year it's moving to a new team, or most likely, moving to a new team. We talked about what the plans might hold, and you're still a little up in the air on those. But what does it mean for the whole EcoBoost team to kind of get behind you tonight and help you try to get to a win, knowing that you weren't going to be back behind the wheel of one of their cars?
Oh yeah, they definitely put the best equipment behind me tonight. Like I said, Homestead's not been one of my tracks, so I mean, my main goal there was to just keep myself within distance of the top guys and be able to make moves when I needed to, and just I was trying to run my own race, while still trying to fight for the championship. But yeah, the EcoBoost guys, I mean, they've done a lot this season. They brought a great car tonight. I just wish I could have capitalized on it a little bit more, or had a chance to do that.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come here and talk to us after the race. Congratulations on making the Final Four. That is a big achievement with how strong this field was all year long. And hopefully next season you're going to have a good time at your new team, and we'll see you back here again.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what comes in store.
That was Garrett Sidner, driver of the number 16 Ford EcoBoost Ford Mustang for EcoBoost Racing. Tommy, you kind of see the mix of emotions. Really proud of that third place points finish. Best, he said in his interview, his best points finish to date. And you got to think that Garrett, and wherever he ends up next season, they're gonna be able to run that whatever car he's in very, very well.
Yeah, Garrett's a great driver. I'm sure wherever he goes, he's going to finish well. And I think that's one of those drivers you can always count on to make the chase, to be honest. I mean, we saw him make the Final Four this year in a very tough field. If he can do it today, he can do it any day.
Well, and Tommy, real quick, you just called it the chase again, but I think that's only 50 cents you owe me. So
Yeah, I've been looking at it tonight. Hey,
you did it.
let's bring in another one of our Final Four. Cal Lovell, Joe.
And bringing him in up here into the booth, Cal Laval, driver of the number 12 AAA Ford Mustang. Cal, you and the 12 team, you were so strong on the short runs all night. What was the emotion when you kind of had that long run at the end there? Maybe not emotion, but what was the thought process?
Sorry, I'm just collecting my thoughts. I just hate it for my guys. Like I said, after the Richmond race, we had a good car tonight, but just wasn't meant to be, I guess. Just disappointing. But a good championship to Steven. It was a good battle there at the end with Davey, and guess we're looking forward to next season. I'm sorry, what was your first question again? I wasn't really listening.
I think he answered it. It's just the emotions right now. You're so strong all night long. We're in that position to win the championship, and then just to have something go wrong with the car, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, I had the final 10 laps to accept my fate because that almost spun out with 10 to go. So I was in the denial phase, and then I was in the acceptance phase, and then I'm all right now. I'm all good.
Yeah, I've lost some championships before and gone through those phases as well, and it's always unfortunate to be on that end. But Cal, you definitely got a lot of TV time for your sponsors tonight. You ran well at the beginning. What did you need to win that championship at the end?
not have the car go sideways on me for one, but the AAA car was fast all night on the short run. I've been not wanting like late race cautions all season until tonight because this thing was a blast on the restarts. But we didn't get that late race caution, but it's all right. Move on to next season.
Yeah, next season, I mean, you can move on to next season, but a very strong season. You had the 4 wins, the 24 top 10s that led the league, or led the series. Moving on to next season, though, what's in store for you and all your guys?
Well, we're downsizing to 3 cars next season. Garrett will be moving on, and I wish him the best of luck. And we'll stick with Matt and Austin over here at EV Racing and Cam at Spencer Racing. And we're all just looking forward to it. So I guess we'll see y'all next season.
And you will, and you're going to get a lot of TV time for those 12 guys. Strong everywhere we go, Cal. Congratulations on making it to the Final Four. That's a big accomplishment. And good luck next season. You just follow it up, dude. You got this. You got this. Nothing to hang your hat
Thank
on.
you, Joe. And Tommy for broadcasting these races.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you guys putting on such a great show. I'll play off long.
Well, see y'all guys later.
Thanks, Cal. That was Cal Laval, driver the number 12 AAA Ford Mustang.
I have one more interview to do. Special request. Some big news with Ray Tustin camp.
Oh.
So let's bring him in and see what we've got.
Our 5th place finisher, Ray Tustin.
And here he is after finishing 5th. Ray Tustin in the 18 tonight. I've heard you got some big news to share.
Yes, I do. So, there has been some departures of some big name drivers from some big teams, and I am here to announce my lineup for next season. I will be returning in the number 18 Cup car again. Jack Healy will return in the number 77 again. And I am having Huang Do run the number 54. And Garrett Sidnor will keep his 16 but move over to Games 123 Racing.
Wow, earth-shattering. Earth-shattering. I don't know if that was the San Andreas fault or the news that I just heard, because there was an earthquake here from that bombshell dropped by Games 123 Racing. Incredible news, Ray. I'm sure you must be very excited for next season.
Oh, I am. This season was awful. This was the first season I have ever not made the playoffs in the USORL. That's why I was looking forward to next season and that great top 5 finish. Only my 3rd of this season is great for momentum for next season.
Quite the lineup, like you said. Great finish tonight for you, bringing that positive momentum into next season. And like I said, a fantastic lineup. A lot of talented drivers over there. I expect to see some big things from that team, let me say.
Tommy, these guys, adding Garrett Sidner, that's going to put them over the top. Because, I mean, Ray, you guys, we heard Healy, he came up into the booth. He also talked about a disappointing season. So now adding that Final Four caliber driver that just proved it this year that he can do it, that's going to, inspire a little bit of competition between all 4 of you guys, isn't it?
Exactly. It's going to help motivate the team because he's proven that he's done it this recent. So we expect to be able to at least put him back in, if not put more in.
Well, thank you for taking the time to share that information live on JTN. That's, I think, one of the first kind of big team announcements we've had on here, so that's very exciting. Thank you so much for doing that. You heard earlier in the broadcast Darren Ingram talking about Team IPA, so wow, how about that, Joe?
Yeah, that was, we got breaking news here on JTN, Tommy, just breaking news here on JTN.
And one last interview for the night. We have our second place championship finisher, Davey Hazard. Let's bring him in to see what the 75 team's thoughts are. Whoops, I accidentally moved him to the wrong channel.
Well, it happens. And getting him into the right channel now, Davey Hazard driving the number 75 Martini machine. Davey, you had an awesome paint scheme on the car, had an awesome run going, and just it's got to be a lot of disappointment for you.
Yeah, that was probably the worst interview I'm ever gonna give. Yeah, that was not the way I would have liked to seen it end. It sucks that there was contact. I'm not blaming anybody. It just happened, and yeah, it's not great. Not a good way to end the season. Not what I wanted. I'm, disappointed for myself, obviously.
Yeah, take us through those last couple laps of Steven running you down, taking the white flag, and then the incident in turn 2. From your perspective, what happened there? What happened there in turn 2?
I was just trying to stay at least either in his lane or below him. It was way easier to defend passes if you were below them than on the high side. Homestead was a little bit different, where you don't really get the run on the outside that you get at other racetracks. So the plan was to stay on the bottom, and when I saw that he had like about a half a car width down there, I knew he was going to be able to cut down. So I tried to cut down, and traction on exit on worn tires was at a premium tonight, and it just didn't stick. And I caught it, but he ended up kind of catching me, and there was just a little bit of contact, and that was what it took to let us lose a spot.
Well, and Davey, we know the expectation for you and the 75 team. It's wins and championships, and fell short of that tonight due to lack of grip. We saw it all night, though. Was it just a struggle with the transitions between the grooves, or was it just the tire fall off?
It was tire fall off 100%. Everyone was having problems on corner exit. The tire wear, the way you would run this track, it was just tough, man. The way you'd run the track, your right rear would be yawed out through the whole corner. So the right rear wore really quickly, and that really made corner exit tough. It was just you were just searching for grip the whole race. I mean, it was an absolute blast, and I had an absolute fun time. And there's at least one thing that I'm sure we're going to get to that I'm absolutely ecstatic about. But yeah, no, it was just a tough racetrack with tough tire wear, and that's really it.
Yeah, you might have not finished first in the championship this season, but it was your teammate Steven Merzlik who did, securing his first ever USORL Red Bull Cup Series championship. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast, 30 laps to go. It was every man for himself, but how does it feel to watch Steven Merzlik take his first title here at USORL Red Bull Cup Series action?
Well, 20 minutes on, it's amazing. I'm so freaking happy for him. It was a lot harder to watch at first. I had to go back to the hauler and get a nice cold water bottle and suck that down and cool off a little bit before I came back out. But no, I'm ecstatic for him. He worked really hard this season. I worked really hard this season. I tried to give him the best tools I could give him when I could give them to him. We got a 1-2. At the end of the day, as bitterly disappointed as I am, I could not be happier for the whole PTR camp right now.
PTR has won now the Knockos Championship, the USORL ARCA Championship, the Fast Cup Series Championship, and now the USORL Cup Series Championship. So PTR on fire lately, I might say. We are definitely peaking at the right times, and it's great to be part of this team. And you're the one getting interviewed, not me. But thank you for having us aboard. It's been a lot of fun to watch you, and congratulations on making the Final Four for sure. I know you might not have gotten the results you wanted to, but making the Final Four is a big achievement, especially in this tough to get there league.
Yeah, thank you guys. I gotta thank you guys for always putting on a good show. You guys did a great job. I cannot wait to watch back this broadcast. I appreciate all the plaudits, but you guys knocked it out of the park. And PTR, yeah, we are. It's on fire. I love it. I love seeing it. I love hearing that. I didn't even think about all the championships we'd won in the last month or so.
You could say perhaps a fire hazard.
It's a fire hazard. Damn right it is. And hey, 2025, we're coming for the friggin' Coca-Cola iRacing Series Championship. That's the goal. We're gonna go for
Let's get it.
with Tommy Bordeaux as the driver, TWB on the hood.
That's bold, but we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. Hopefully, at some point too, we can branch out into the real world as well. Davey Hazard, thank you so much for coming up into the booth. We appreciate the show you guys put on tonight. This was a proper finale, I must say. Great track, great drivers. Thank you so much for joining us up in the booth.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys again. Thank everybody I know who was watching. I had my homegirl. She was here watching with me. She was very instrumental in keeping me comforted after I was a little bit mad after that. But yeah, I absolutely appreciate you guys. Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate the plaudits. I'm thankful. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Davey. And Tommy, that was Davey Hazard, driver number 75, Martini Toyota, and obviously, tough night for him in the end. Really strong run throughout the race, but just it sucks. It sucks to lose a championship, especially in that way.
Yeah, definitely. Coming down to the final lap, and it was very close at the end. It could have gone either way, and unfortunately today for Davey Hazard, he ended up second, and Stephen Merzlak ended up first. But what a thrilling race we had all night long here on JTN. Big shout out to the USORL crew for letting us broadcast these races, and of course putting on fantastic shows wherever they go. And thank you, Joe, for the opportunity to broadcast alongside you.
Yeah, Tommy, and we got more action coming to all the fans. Monday night, we're going to have an IndyCar Series race for ASRA IndyCar. It's their finale at the ASRA National Championship, powered by Lintz Creative. It's their finale night at Michigan. The championship already decided, but we have a bunch of points battles there. So Monday night, that's coming at you. So stay tuned to all of our channels. Our Facebook, instrumentally, is probably the best one to make sure you go over there, give us a like, and help us build the support there. Make sure you're giving us a like, subscribe on here. Tommy, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, we're building, right? We're building this brand, we're building this group up, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of it so far.
Yeah, we've got great viewership here. Subscribers now 210. We're looking great. Loved all the support in the chat tonight for all these drivers and the broadcast. Appreciate everybody watching, no matter where you were from. It's great to have your support.
Yeah, and for all of us here at JTN, for Tommy Bordeaux, for Bristol the Dog, for myself, Joe Towansky, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the USORL guys for putting on a great show tonight, and for inviting us back next season, Tommy. It's going to be a fun one, and make sure that you do what you can. You spread love, peace, happiness with all your heart to all those you meet and you encounter on the street. Congratulations to Stephen Merzlak and the whole 4-team PTR on the championship tonight. We'll see you Monday night for some IndyCar racing at the Michigan International Speedway, JTN's home. And thank you so much for watching, guys. It means so much. You guys have done all the viewers that I'm rambling now, and I know I should probably cut this close to Bristol. The producer's looking at me, funny, telling me to put it on the road, but it means so much to me. We're building, and make sure you're helping. You guys are helping, and that's all I can. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys Monday night.